Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and as you can tell by the island vibes we got going in the back, we about to hit the Bahamas again, guys. It's been a long time. Yes, sir. I'm excited. We got Element joining us once again today. Mega Smitty is in the house. Welcome to the stream, man. Jet Kid 1230 is in the house. Run it. True Blue is in the house as well. Welcome to the stream. We got a lot of nautical miles to put behind us today, so I don't want to waste any time. Today we are flying Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. As you can see, this is the Beechcraft Baron 58 by Black Square. The legend Black Square. Speaking of legends, Monorific Quarter Blocks in the house as well. What up to you, bro? I see you. She may not be much. She's not an A320. She's not a 737. She's not a 777. She's not even a business jet. Not even a King Air. Oh, but that's my Baron. I love this plane. I absolutely love this aircraft. And when I decided that we're gonna be flying GA, doing some VFR flying this week, I was like, I gotta fly the Baron. I have put over, I don't have an exact number, but I know I've put in over 10 hours in this aircraft in the last 2 weeks. That says something. I mean, so loving flying it. If you guys want to join us, I have the routes in the description. Also, it's tagged in the chat. We're starting off here in PBI, West Palm Beach, Florida, at Signature Aviation. We're gonna hop over to do some island hopping in the Bahamas. We're basically going everywhere but Nassau, the most popular place people love going. We're gonna avoid the crowds and do some hopping. So I'll show you guys the flight plan when we get in the aircraft. But for right now, if you want to join us, the first place we are flying to is Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey. That is what's the name of that place? Apparently it's an abandoned hotel resort or island resort called Walker Key. So we're going there. By the way, also, if you want to fly with us live, or if you want to fly with us, or sorry, I should say this, if you want to fly with us live, or you want to fly this route yourself later on, I have the scenery in the description as well. So definitely check them out. Some pretty good scenery. Anyways, without further ado, let's do it. What song we vibing to? This song is called Digital Mystics by Don Voyage. It's on Epidemic Sounds, or I don't know if it's on, I think, you know what, usually all these songs are also on Spotify and iTunes. So Digital Mystic with a Z, MYSTIKZ. That is a song. I'm loving it. I'm digging it. We'll let it play here as we get the aircraft going here. I'm just gonna bring it down slowly, but I'm really digging that, man. Oof, what a vibe to start the stream off with. Doc Holiday is in the house as well. Man, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and jump aboard our aircraft. Okay, I didn't want to do that actually. I wanted to kind of like walk around a bit. What's up, Mason Reed? Welcome to the stream. Poppy Plains, welcome back to the stream. Call sign Tango is in the house. Good to see you. You should go to MYAB. It's super fun. Let me see if it's on my list. Are we doing MYAB? We're actually not stopping at MYAB. Where is that? MYAB. Where is it? Because I mean, I am open-minded. If it's on the way, okay, it is not on the way. It's pretty far out. We're actually going to be on the wrapping around the north and east side of the Bahama chain of islands. We're not going to be going over that side. But again, we'll see how time goes. We may add some stops to our route. We may shorten it. We'll see. We're going to go with it. Last time we flew out in where were we flying? Was it California? Yeah, I think it was Northern California. We did only a portion of our route because we ended up doing touch and goes at one airport for like 30 minutes because the approach was much harder than we expected. So as you guys know, the weather in the Bahamas tends to be pretty tricky and windy. So we'll see how she goes. Let's do our walk around real quick and we'll get going. The controls are actually locked. Let's go inside and unlock them real quick so we can do that. We'll have a couple passengers with us today. Who's riding with us in chat? Who wants to ride along? We got 4 seats. I got 4 seats. Who wants to ride with us today? Drop your name in the chat. I'll add you to the list. Let's hop over here. Get the controls off. Control lock off. We'll hop back out and do a quick little walk around the aircraft. Make sure she's nice and airworthy. We will be flying over a lot of water. You do not want anything wrong to happen with your aircraft. So we'll check all of our control surfaces. Make sure they are good. This is why walkaround exists. It's not just a cosmetic, fun, gamifying function. This is something you do in real life aviation before every single flight. And as we get to the front of the plane, you'll probably see there is a little bit of dirt. Actually, no, never mind. That's not. Yeah, there's a little dirt. Got a little dirt up here on the engine. As I said, I've been flying a lot lately. She might need a little bit of a bath. So that's good. I don't think you can check the oil in black squares, Baron. I don't even know if you can open the engine cowling. Can I open? Here's the fuel. Can I do this? Let's see. No, I can't. All right, so it doesn't do that. No problem. No problem. Here's the nose. Nose looks good. Check the landing gear. Everything's connected, looking good. Beautiful. I believe Element is behind. Is he behind us? No, he's right there. He's rocking the Cirrus. By the way, there's a really. Oh, can I open this? Oh, I can open this. Oh, right. That's not an engine or anything. That is just baggage. That's just baggage. Do you know how to make your own livery? I honestly don't. I've never made my own livery in Microsoft Flight Sim. I believe you have to like use Blender and all kind of stuff. All right, she looks pretty good. I think she's airworthy. No dings or dangs. I think we're good. Gotta get some train sim on the channel soon. Some drain sim or train sim? Is that a typo? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and shut the doors. Passengers are on board. If you're not in already, we are leaving you. Let's hop inside, get this thing started up and going. We're on Microsoft multiplayer today. Oh, there's Element over there. I didn't even know he was out there. He's flying with us today. We're on Microsoft multiplayer. That's why we're able to see each other walking around. And we're using say intentions for ATC. So all of our ATC communications will be say intentions. We'll even hear each other. Let me make sure my yoke is all working. Looks like it is. All right, cool. I need to loosen it a little bit. It's a little tight. That's good right there. All right, let's get it fired up, guys. Actually, first, let's get it fueled up. Let's do that. All right, so we'll go down to the iPad. Leave that door open for some air. It's probably a little warm out here. I'm not sure how. What's the temp out here in PBI right now? Looks like it's 70. That's actually pretty comfortable. Yeah, that's pretty comfortable. But as you know, though, it gets really hot in these planes. So, all right, let's go to payload. We'll have 4 passengers on board. Probably lighten it up a little bit. You guys are a little heavy, ain't you? We'll leave it as is. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and add as much fuel as they will allow us to take. We have a lot of stops today, a lot of taking off and landing in today's flight. So I think, is it saying I'm overweight right now? I think we're overweight. So I might have to kick a few people off. We'll take some baggage out. Yeah, let's take some baggage out. We'll pack a little lighter. And we'll kick out 2 people. We're a bit overweight right now. Matter of fact, let's kick out the back seats. We're gonna have some very short fields to land on, and we do not want to be overweight for takeoff or landing. It's gonna be very dangerous. But I want to take as much fuel as I can. I think that should be enough. It says I have a range of 950 nautical miles, which is way more than we need. So let's go with like 100 gallons even. Yeah, we'll do 50-50. Sounds good. All right, we're all fueled up. Passengers are on board. Wheel chocks are removed. Pitot covers are all removed. That's all good to go. We have our beautiful engine visualizer. I've been taking really good care of my engine, so it's still 100%. But I do have a failure, and since we're stopped, I'll show you what that failure is. Nothing super important. I've been flying with this failure for like a long time, and it doesn't seem to stop me. But our failure is a right engine left magneto is broken for whatever reason. So hasn't stopped me from flying so far. I have had some struggles getting the engine started sometimes, but she's fine. It's okay. She flies just fine. Okay, so let's get going. We'll get the left engine started first. Let's go ahead and hide the iPad, hide the yoke, and let's go. Battery on. Nav beacon on. Altimeters on. We'll make sure our throttle prop's good. Ignition lever is good, or mixture is full rich. Everything's rich at the moment. We'll go ahead and get the fuel pumps right. Okay, it's a little quiet. Is it me or is it a little quiet? Do I have the headphones on? No, I don't. Oh, take them off. There we go. Oops. Okay, 'cause I Okay, I can hear it. It's low. I don't know. For some reason, it seems low to me. You turn the music all down. There we go. All right, left engine primed up. About 5 seconds or so. We'll crack the throttle. Let's see if she starts. They're prop. Oh yeah. I feel like it's low. I feel like my audio is low. Hold on. Yeah, it was. I knew it. I was like, I know it's louder than that. All right, cool. There we go. Now we got the roar of the engines. I like that. All right, sweet. All right, we got to get started engine 2. Let's start engine 1. So I'm gonna put my mixture full rich, prop to full forward, and then we're gonna prime the engine up by turning on the right fuel pump to high. There's a fuel flow. You get a few seconds, like 3 to 4. That should be good. Turn it off. Bring our throttle back to back crack. Leave the mixture up, and we'll fire her up. Let's see if she's. Oh my god. Let's see if she fires up. All right, she's on. What's up, Connor? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm running like high to ultra on most of my settings on Microsoft Flight Sim. All right, we got 2 good engines. Element, if you don't mind, maybe you could type in the chat, or do I need cowl flaps? I never really understand the purpose of cowl flaps, or when I need them and when I don't. All right, let's get our trim to 0. There we go. Gear lever is down.
Are you up?
Flaps. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'm here.
So cowl flaps are just basically cooling in a sense for your engine. So it's a little flap that opens on the bottom or the top of your engine. So for takeoff you want it open, and in cruise you want it closed to reduce drag.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's what I need to know. I was like,
takeoff and landing. Yeah.
Takeoff and landing, cowl flaps on. That's easy to remember. I like that.
Yep. And then cruise is closed. Yep. Appreciate
it.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, our personal CFI element. All right, so let's go over here to our Garmin and go to flight plan PBI, and I'm just gonna put my first waypoint. We'll put the rest of them later. I don't want to take too much time trying to put an entire
system test
flight plan in here. So our first stop today is Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey. Oh no! Wait, why? How? What? How is that not in here? That's a problem. I mean, I can find it. I got it over. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess we're dead reckoning over to that first island because the GPS is like, I don't know where it's at. So, all right. Well, we're going old school. We're going old school. All right. So I think that's good to go. Fuel select was good. Alternators on. Fuel is showing what we put in there, about 60%. Right throttle. Let's go ahead and get our throttles. Around 1,000 RPM. Okay, that's good to go. Boost pump is off. Lights, only the lights we need are on exterior lights. It's bright enough, we don't need the interior lights. Weather radar is on standby. Cabin air, it is a little warm in here. Matter of fact, I think I left the heat on from the last flight, so let's go ahead and turn the heat off because I've been flying in Alaska. It's been really cold in Alaska. So I've had the heat on, so we'll get the air conditioning turned on and the blower on low. I'll put pilot air there because right now in the cab it's showing 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius, so it's a little warm right now in the cab. But other than that, I think we are good to go. We can lean our mixture for taxi. Oh, you know what? We probably should go ahead and talk to ATC as well and get on out of here. Let's go over here to flight plan, Palm Beach, waypoint information. Let's go frequencies, ATIS, active.
The east ramp. Expect activity. Advise on initial contact. You have information Kilo.
I have Kilo, but we here to
Palm
rest.
Beach International Airport. Information Kilo. 0153 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 10 right, 10 left, 14. Wind 110 at 7. Visibility
cow flaps.
10. Scattered at 2400. Temperature 24, dew point 19er. Altimeter 3012. Density altitude 900 feet. Helicopter operations ongoing near the east ramp. Expect activity. Advise on initial contact. You have information Kilo.
If information Kilo,
Palm Beach
they're
International
using
Airport. Information Kilo.
runway 10 right, left, and
0153
14.
Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 10 right, 10 left, 14. Wind 110.
We're on the
at
south
7.
side of the field,
Visibility 10.
so we'll probably get 10 left
Scattered at 2400.
or 10 right. We're
Temperature 24.
we do 10 right as well.
19er. Altimeter 3012. Density altitude 900
Oh, we're way wow,
feet.
we're far.
Helicopter
We got a long taxi.
operations ongoing near the east ramp. Expect activity. Advise on initial contact. You have
Altimeter was
information
3012.
Kilo.
Let's switch over to
Palm Beach
clearance.
International Airport.
We'll do
Information
VFR
Kilo.
departure, by the way.
0153 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 10 right,
As soon as I
10
can
left,
find
14.
Palm Beach.
Wind 110
For VFR
at
departure,
7.
I don't think I need to talk to clearance.
Visibility 10.
Right?
Scattered at 2400.
I think I can go
Temperature
straight to
24.
ground.
Dew point 19er. Altimeter.
I believe I can go straight to ground on that. Alright, little Squawk Charlie. Squawk VFR. We're gonna taxi all the way to the other side. Thank you, Tonto. Alright, 3012, that's what I was gonna do, I forgot. And let's get out of here. We got some fun to flying to do. First leg's gonna be a little longer. The rest of them will be pretty short hops, so that's what you can expect. Alright, let's call ground for taxi. And we have Kilo. Who are we? We're Baron 16 Bravo, and we are at Signature. Palm Beach ground, Baron 16 Bravo is over at Signature, ready to taxi with Kilo for VFR.
November 116 Bravo, Palm Beach ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Juliet, Lima, hold short of runway 32, then Lima 1.
Alright, we'll taxi to runway 10 left via Juliet, Lima, hold short 32, then Lima 1, Baron 16 Bravo. Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Alright, tracker out's working. Yes, yes, go. Taxi lights on. Alright, let's go. Man, I love this airport. Shout out to Vertical Sim, by the way. There's Element in the Cirrus.
Palm Beach ground, November 66 Victor, go for the type Cirrus, request VFR departure to the east. We're ready to taxi by Signature.
Wait, is that the cow flap right there?
8 left.
Hold on.
Cirrus 6 Victor Golf, expect runway 10 left, taxi via Juliet, Lima,
No, it's
hold
not.
short of
Okay.
runway 32, then Lima 1.
I thought it was. I don't remember that being
Palm Beach
open
ground,
like
Delta
that.
5959, request taxi to the gate.
Why is that open?
Taxi to gate, terminal C2 via Charlie, holding short
Oh, so
runway
Juliet is
32,
actually
then
on-
Charlie 8. Good day, Delta
Right.
5959.
Delta 5959, not
What's up, Bentley? We are at Kilo Pop-Up.
Taxi to gate
I was gonna say
C2 via
Bentley.
Charlie, holding short runway 32, then Charlie 8, Delta 5959.
Kilo Papa Bravo India.
Expect 10 left,
Palm
taxi
Beach.
via Juliet, Lima, hold short runway 32, then Lima 1. 66 Victor, go.
What's up, KB? 1285. Walk to the street.
Approaching runway 28 left.
Yeah, come through, Bentley. Come through, man. We're heading to Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey, but it's not showing up in my GPS, so we're gonna dead reckon out there. Element, I did hear you on the frequency, which is pretty freaking cool. I'm not sure how delayed it was, but it was still cool. So I'm thinking that we'll head eastbound. Since we're flying over water, I don't like to stay too low, but I think that like 6,000 may be pretty... Wait, no, we're going east, so that would be odd. So we could do 7,500 for altitude. Man, I love this plane so much.
JetBlue 1847 ready to taxi.
Alright, check this out.
1847, runway 10 left taxi via Charlie 7. Charlie
For those who don't know about Black Square,
Charlie 1.
this is the engine visualization.
Runway 10 left
This is a
taxi via
live-
Charlie 7. Charlie hold short of runway 32, then Charlie 1 JetBlue 1847.
A live look at the engine simulation.
3862 ready to push.
And you can see that I do have a failed left mag on the right engine.
JetBlue 3862.
So, not too big of a deal, I don't think. Hopefully we don't lose the other mag. So be straight down with crossing 3-2. I want to see if I can. Again, if you hold on, let me turn it down. It's a little quieter so I can talk real quick before we leave. If you guys are just joining us, we are in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. This is the Black Square Beechcraft Baron 58. One of my new favorite aircrafts. Not my all-time favorite. The Comanche is still my favorite. But one of my top 5 probably GA planes. And we're in Palm Beach, Florida right now. KPBI. And our first stop is going to be... what's the place called again? Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey, which is Walker Key. It's our first stop. After that, we're going to continue to a place called Treasure Key. So again, I'll show you on the map in a little while. But basically, we need to depart out of here and head on a rough heading of 076 for 97 miles. Yeah. So what I'll probably do is if we could, I know we can do. So like I said, we don't have the waypoint we need. We're departing runway 10 left, by the way, Bentley.
Runway 10 left taxi via Mike 2 Charlie 11 hold short of runway 28 right, then Lima 6 Lima hold short of runway 32.
We don't have a GP for some reason. The GTN 750 doesn't see Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey. Maybe because in real life it's technically closed, I think. Element can correct me on that, but I think it's closed. So for whatever reason, it's not showing up in our nav database, in our GPS. But I do know that there's an airport there, and I know that I have scenery there. So I know it's going to be there when we get there. So what we could do, though, to get there without GPS, because we know where it's at, we know that it's on a heading of 076 from Palm Beach. And Palm Beach does have a VOR, so if we tune into the Palm Beach VOR and track the Palm Beach VOR outbound at a 076 heading for 97 miles, we should find it. So that's the way I'm thinking. Do some real pilot stuff. That'd be pretty fun. So I'm gonna set that up here, and once we kind of get to the hold short, I'll do it because I'm like all over the place here. We'll also get the sound back up when we take off. Got a lot of other traffic out here as well. Got airliner traffic departing out of Palm Beach as well. And temperatures coming down nicely in the cap. We got 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Trying to keep it nice and comfortable for you guys. I know it gets kind of hot in these flights. All right, we're gonna hold short here. 10 left. Actually, I want to go 10 right. Hold on a second.
Continental Tower 119.1. Thank you.
This is not where I'm supposed to. Oh yeah, 10 left is where I want to go. All right, we'll switch over to tower. Get Palm Beach Tower up real quick. Waypoint info. Tower. Is it 119.1 or 118.75? We'll do 119.1. That's plugged in. Let's also go ahead and go to
Cirrus 66 Victor Golf,
nav.
short runway 10 left at Lima behind traffic number 2.
Hold on, let me go find what the VOR is. I should be able to find it here.
Golf, Palm
No?
Beach Tower, runway 10 left, hold short. You are number 2 for departure.
Let me see. The VOR is that 11? That's tower frequency.
Hold short 10 left at Lima. We'll wait here. 66
Oh, found it. The Palm Beach VOR is 1157. 1157.
UPS 3154, hold short of runway 28 right.
Alright, so there's a PBI VOR, and now what we want to do is we want to actually... Let me see, I've actually never tried this in this plane. Let's see how this works. I should be able to go... Alright, so nav source is nav 1. Is that what I want? Do I want RNAV? I want this to show... I need to change my CDI source. How do I do that? Here we go, CDI to VLOC. There we go, VLOC, CDI there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So we're gonna go 0, let's say 076. So let's set this to 076. The other way. Oh, that's the right way, actually. So there's 6, 06 right there. That'll be 7, 75, 76. Beautiful. And we'll set runway heading on our heading. Is that right? Is that right? Are we facing inbound right now? Are we facing? Yeah, we're facing west. Okay, I got it. We're good. I got it. I understand. I was backwards. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the tower and get out of here, guys. Palm Beach Tower, bearing 16 Bravo, holding short runway 10 left, ready for departure.
November 116 Bravo, Palm Beach Tower, runway 10 left, winds 110 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10 left, bearing 16 Bravo. Alright, let's get it, guys. Let's get the sounds back up. I'm gonna turn off the noise cancellation so we can hear if it lets me. Come on, there we go. Alright, land lights on. I don't think we need flaps, so we'll just do no flap takeoff. Mixture rich. Flight controls, free and correct. Alright, there's JetBlue waiting for us.
10 left.
Avery, this is a Baron 158. A twin engine piston.
And Tower 66 Victor Golf, now number 1, holding short 10 left.
Okay.
Cirrus 6 Victor Golf,
And our Bahama
runway
Island
32,
hop
winds
begins
110
now.
at 7, cleared for takeoff.
24, contact ground on 121.9.
Guess he's live. It'll be straight out basically. Oh, this plane feels so good. Here it is. Nose is coming up all by itself. Gonna give it a little nudge. There you go. Positive rate. There's about 1,000 feet per minute. Gears coming up.
Baron 16 Bravo, the airspace you've entered is temporarily restricted for VIP movement. Fly heading 275. Advise when ready to copy a phone number for possible pilot deviation.
What are you talking about? You cleared me for
Clear for
takeoff.
takeoff, runway 10 left for 66 Victor Golf.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that. That's cool that they know there's a TSR or a TFR here. Because there really is. In real life, there is a TFR for the president, I believe. Right now. But we're not going to worry about that. Alright, we're straight out.
And Tower 60 Victor Golf, request runway heading variation to avoid TFR.
I don't know how you avoid a TFR. There's no... Well, I guess... Okay, yeah, there is
Cirrus
actually.
6 Victor Golf, runway heading variation approved. Advise desired heading.
Technically, we could fly a little bit north of the TFR. Actually, we're already in it. We're in the TFR right now. So it doesn't even matter anymore. All right, let's get on course here.
Baron 16 Bravo. The airspace you've entered is temporarily restricted for a TFR for special security reasons. Fly heading 270. Advise when ready to copy a phone number for possible pilot deviation.
We're looking for...
Yeah, 270, and we'll be ready to copy that number. Baron 16 Bravo, we apologize. Man, this plane flies so freaking nice.
0304660.
So nice.
Air Canada 7216. Winds 110 at 7. Runway 10 right. Cleared to land.
10 right, cleared to land, Air Canada 7216.
Yep, pilot deviation.
Alright, thank you, sir. We apologize for our counterpart there for violating the TFR.
There's no way to not go through the PFR. Like, they would have to tell us to take off the opposite direction. Or just do a ground stop. That's what they have to do, really.
Cirrus 6 Victor Golf, roger. Exit TFR immediately.
Alright, I'm gonna go autopilot on here. I'm gonna go heading mode. Engage arm auto vertical speed. About 500 feet per minute. Should be good. Engage, autopilot engage. Uh-oh. I didn't like that.
Can you repeat that again for
Try
Delta
that again.
1458?
Didn't like that.
Departure Delta 1458.
FedEx 1489. Winds 110 at 7.
Try
Runway
that again.
10 right. Cleared to land.
Arm engage.
Right, cleared to land, FedEx 1489.
There we go. That's better. Alright, so I guess we can turn the cowl flaps off now, right? Since we finished taking off. And as well as the landing lights and taxi lights come off. And we're cooling the cabin. We'll bring that air down. It's getting a little cold. Into the sun we go. So my job is just to... Let me see if I can... How do I track my distance from the VOR? That's my next question. Is that what this is right here? 9.7 miles. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So it's counting up. So when we get to like 97...
Baron 16 Bravo. You're leaving the Charlie airspace. Remain outside the Charlie. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Baron 16 Bravo.
United 6278, holding short 14, ready for departure.
Please, cloud. Oh, this is gonna be. I love flights like these.
Winds 110 at 7. Runway 14. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff.
That would bring ATC down. Bring that down.
1489 contact ground on 121.9er.
And we'll turn on our headphones. A little quieter. Nice. Hey, boys. We are on our way to our first stop today in our island hopping adventure.
Since there are no specific points of interest found nearby, let's talk about Palm Beach International Airport, KPBI. This airport first opened its doors in 1936, originally serving as a military base during World War II, before transitioning to commercial use. It's now one of the busiest airports in South Florida, handling millions of passengers each year. So you could say it's the social butterfly of the aviation world. The airport is known for its easy access to the glitzy Palm Beach area, where celebrities and snowbirds flock every winter. And here's something. During hurricane season, KPBI is often a staging area for relief flights and emergency operations.
Alright, we are on the, we're perfectly on the VOR
You're leaving the Charlie
outbound
airspace.
track.
Remain outside the Charlie. Frequency change approved.
Amazing.
Frequency change approved. Thank you for everything. 6680.
Alright, 15 miles. So we're looking for 9. Man, it's been so long since I've done a flight like this. Like, usually I just fly with GPS.
Safe travel.
You know what I mean? But like, I very often use VORs.
78.
Very, very rare to do it like that. Anyways, guys, welcome aboard. We are airborne, passing 4,600 now, on our way to, I keep forgetting the name, Walker Key, an abandoned island resort, 97 miles off the coast of Florida, off the east coast of Florida. And that's the first of many stops that we're heading out to today. We'll be stopping at Treasure Key, stopping at Marsh Island, or Marsh Harbor, I think it's called, Sandy Point, North Eleuthera, and Arthurstown are the ones I have planned today. Those are all like on the east or north and east side of Nassau, Bahamas. So if you know where Nassau, Bahamas is, we'll be north of it and we'll be east of it. But I don't plan on going to Nassau, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how things play out. We'll see how much time it takes us to get to these different locations. Do we have to redo any of these landings like we had to do last time? We'll just kind of play by ear. Just out here to have some fun, do some island hopping, flying in the Bahamas, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the water, enjoy the music. The OX, man, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Why is Microsoft Flight Sim so expensive? That's relative, honestly. But yes, the hobby of Flight Sim can get expensive if you buy lots of things. Again, the route is in the description. If you want to join us at any point of the route, you can always hop in. We are on Microsoft multiplayer, but we're also using Say Intentions AIATC. So that is what we got going on today. How's chat doing? I'm the first streamer you've ever seen do what? Oh, you're proud of me doing the VOR usage. Thank you, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't use it often. Like it's a muscle. I don't stretch. I don't exercise all too often. But I do enjoy it. I like it. I learned it. I'll give. Who can I give credit for knowing that? I don't know where I learned it, to be honest. I either learned it from Pilot Edge or a virtual airline I was in a very, 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 very long time ago. But I know that it's something I'd have to know when I get my real life pilot license. Encrypt says, what software add-on is doing all the voice work? That is Say Intentions, AIATC. Also, if you heard the tour guide talking, that's also made by Say Intentions. Matter of fact, Say Intentions is not just AIATC, it's just AI. They have ATC, they have cabin crew, they have co-pilot, they have a tour guide function, they have a special operations function. There's a lot of different things. Cicely, Corleen, we are in the Baron 58. Matter of fact, let's get some outside views. I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit because it is gonna be loud out there. There you go. There she is. That's my plane right there. Peachy Voyage, welcome to the stream, bro. Yes, I like your name better now. I'm probably just gonna still shorten it and call you Peachy, but either way, I think your name is much easier to say because your old name, which was Random Video Editor, is Random Video Editor. That's 8 syllables, bro. That's 8 syllables every time I say your name. So I was like, yeah, you got to shorten that somehow or change it. Start getting him ready for a DME arc approach. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But I'm down for the challenge. I think it'd be fun. I think that would be fun. I don't think I've ever done a manual DME arc approach before. I've done it like where it's programmed into the GPS. The GPS does it for me, but I don't think I've ever done it where I had to manually do it. Did I buy the King Air 200? I did, and I'm very disappointed. I'm very.
The airport is famous for its palm tree-lined runway.
I know what she's talking about.
Favorite spot for celebrities jetting in for some sunshine. And here's something. During hurricane season, KPBI often becomes a hub for emergency.
You're doing 180. How fast can you're in the Cirrus? Can we go faster than you? Or are you faster than us? There's no way you're faster than me with one engine. There's no way. Let me see. We're doing we're still climbing. I'm going up to 7.5. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, we're supposed to be going to 7.5. And yeah, so we're at 7,000 now. A few hundred more, about 500 feet to go. but how fast you say you were going? 180? Yeah, I don't know if I could do 180. I could do like 200. We'll see. We should be getting yes, I'm doing 160 right now.
November
Ground speed.
8 Quebec Zulu contact departure.
Well, we should be getting a tailwind
to
out of here.
departure, November 298 Quebec Zulu.
I should be getting a tailwind out of here. All right, 31 miles from the VOR. Hopefully we can track it that far. I'm not sure how far that DME is gonna reach. Oh, we'll see, I guess. Hey Blue, what type of 750 are you using? This is the TDS GTN 750 XI that I'm using. There's also the free one called by PMS. So if you don't want to pay for a what we're talking about is this guy, this autopilot, or this avionics is called the GTN 750. But this one, and actually there's also the 650 on the right here. So this is the 650 and the 750. But I have the TDS version, but there's also the PMS version, which is free. I think there's a paid upgrade you can get for like some more functionality, but it's pretty much free. Let's turn the air down. It's getting a little cool in here. In fact, just turn it off. Here we go. What's up, Bugs Photography? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I bought the King Air 200 yesterday. I tried it. I was very disappointed. Matter of fact, I was gonna stream it yesterday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to really get the stream going early enough, and I ran out of time. But I wanted to stream the King Air 200 yesterday, and I did try it though. I did do a flight with it on my own and tried it, and I was very disappointed. Modeling wise, it looks amazing. It looks great. It looks just like a King Air should look. Sound wise, it sounds great in my opinion. It sounds just about how a King Air in real life sounds. So no disappointment in the graphics or sound department. What disappointed me was, I guess, just the system depth of it. And if you're a Xbox user, if you're a PlayStation user, which I don't think you can get it on PlayStation yet, but if you're a console player, or you just like, I don't want to call you casual because you're not casual, but if you're not as, if systems are not as important to you, then you may still like to play. It actually flies pretty good. I didn't hate the flight model personally, but I'm not a real King Air captain or anything either. But coming from a plane like this, or any black square aircraft, the black square Bonanza, the Baron, the TBM, the Duke, all the planes that Black Square makes, and the system depth that they make, there's every button is clickable, every button is simulated, every circuit breaker works, like all that stuff is working. And unfortunately, that's just not how Coronado does. Coronado is amazing at 3D modeling and visuals and even sounds. But when it comes to the systems, it's not. There's a lot of buttons in the King Air that I personally expect to work because I know a lot about the King Air. I've been flying the King Air for like a very long time within the flight sim world. I've flown the best King Airs that we have by Aerofoil Labs. And I was following my checklist that I made from the Aerofoil Labs King Air, and I was trying to go in. There's like multiple buttons that I could not click on. It was pretty annoying.
Latest 087 cross runway
But
32.
yeah, that was just me. I think other people may actually enjoy the King Air 200, but just for me, I didn't like it. Have I ever flown the V35? What is that? Oh, you like the Piaggio Avanti too? It's cool.
There aren't any specific points of interest nearby.
Not my taste.
Let's chat about the closest airport, Palm Beach International Airport, KPBI. This airport opened in 1936.
She's still
and
talking
was
about
originally
PBI,
a
but we're not
military
near
base during
near
World War
anything.
II. After the war, it transitioned to commercial use and
Is
now
this as fast as we
serves
can go?
millions of passengers each year. It's famous for its palm tree-lined runways and is a popular spot for celebrities escaping
You're
to
flying right
the
now. That's a
sunshine.
nice.
During
nice,
hurricane
nice.
season,
Runway 32.
KPBI often becomes a hub for emergency operations and relief
Charlie,
flights.
Sierra, Charlie, Mike.
You know, I could technically use NavTrack. Will NavTrack track it outbound too, or I can't remember. I think it will. Maybe I could try it. Let's see. I think you might track it outbound. Yeah, it does. I think it is. I turned nav on the autopilot to see if it'll actually track it on the back, on the out. I think it should. I think it will. Let's see if it turns back left. Yeah, it's tracking it. Beautiful. So we're 45. We're about halfway then. About halfway. But yeah, the Piaggio is a great plane. I would honestly personally recommend it for those who like Piaggios. I've just never been. It's a weird looking aircraft. I did fly it back when it came out, and I honestly really was surprised by how much I enjoyed flying the Piaggio. It's so fun to fly. I just don't like looking at it from the outside. That's all. That's all. I just don't like looking at it from the outside. A kid named Kenny's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Clearly, I'm on a flight sim binge tonight. Just finished watching XP, and now I'm here. Welcome, bro. Good to see you. How was XP's flight? I missed it. I was getting ready for my own. Hope he did good. Don't know where he flew tonight. I didn't even see his thing. My left cowling is still open. Let's go check. Not on my screen. Yeah, they're both closed. I can cycle it. And see that fixes it. The cowling's on the bottom though, not the top. Yeah, it's closed.
November 524, Juliet, Bravo, winds 120
yeah, they're closed.
5, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
10 right, cleared for takeoff. November 524, Juliet, Bravo.
You're debating if you should join. If you do, we're on the West Coast server, I think. Potface, welcome to the stream. What's up, Jabari? You changed your name to Pot because you were eating out a pot live the other day? I don't know how to react to that comment. He flew from Southwest Florida to Houston. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think Vertical Sim, what did he release, like an update, I think, for Southwest Florida on 2024, I believe, what I heard. Yeah, we're just getting started, guys. If you're just joining us, we're just getting started. We depart out of Palm Beach. We're in, of course, as you can see, the good old trusty Baron 58. I just personally love this plane. I really do personally love this plane. And we're heading to Walker Key first, like a 90-mile hop. And then after that, we're going to hop over to another island. I don't know the name of the whole island. I think it's called Marsh Island. But we're going to Treasure Key. And then after that, we'll be hopping like every 20 miles or so. So it's going to start off today's stream. Going to start off with a couple nice longer flights, and then they're going to get shorter and shorter. It's going to get fun. Get out water already. And the ATC you hear is Say Intentions. So I wonder, Element, do they have I don't know if, do these airports are going to have like a Unicom frequency? I don't have any, I can't find any charts for them. Let me see, I really doubt it's gonna have, oh, hold on. Nope, no charts, so there's no chart. Is there, like 1228 is gonna be the frequency.
Let's talk about the closest airport, West End Airport, MYGW in the Bahamas.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1228. At least for this first airport.
More laid back side of Grand Bahama Island, since it opened in the mid-20th century. It's a favorite for private pilots.
You love Treasure Key? Yeah. CST, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How are you doing? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the Flight Sim Expo logo on the stream. I am one of the many media partners for this year's event. So check out Flight Sim Expo coming up in June. I'm going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there. I hope I'm going to see CST this year. I know I'm going to see Element there this year. I'm not sure who else in the chat is going to be there at Expo in June in Minneapolis. It's going to go down. It's going to be fun to come through.
November 736, 36 Lima.
Let's make sure we're
Alpha,
tracking.
winds
Looks like we're tracking.
10 at 5, runway
We're tracking.
10 right.
So on our
Clear for
right,
takeoff.
in the distance, that is Freeport.
Cleared for takeoff. 10 right. November 736 Lima Alpha.
Freeport, Bahamas. I almost went there, but it was a last minute kind of suggestion to come out to Walker Key. And Freeport's a pretty big airport. I was like, yeah, I wasn't really excited about flying into a massive airport. I want to fly somewhere smaller. Like all the airports I'm flying to today are all fairly small. That's why we're not flying to Nassau. Again, we may go there if, you know, it's kind of people want to go there. We can go there, but I don't have Nassau, Bahamas on the flight plan today. We're flying around Nassau, Bahamas, basically. But Freeport's right there off our 3 o'clock. And it's a pretty nice international airport. You can fly. I think you can land airliners in there, I believe. But it's a nice size airport. Has some pretty nice scenery as well online. We're flying around here today. Captain DMV, you gonna be there? Nice, man. Looking forward to seeing you, bro. CST's gonna be there as well. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How fast is this plane? How fast are we going? Good question. 160. I don't know why we're not going faster. I don't know what the winds are doing right now. It's not telling me. We're doing 171 ground speed. Yeah. I don't know where Element is. I'm not sure if he's still behind me, if he passed me by now. You're good, Patface. You're good. 186 across the ground is how fast it can go. Hopefully one day I can actually fly the Bahamas in real life. That'd be pretty sweet. I've seen Steve Okanivo do it so many times. I'm like, yeah, I want to go. You can is CST gonna be dancing in the streets of MSP? We'll see. I might join him again. We'll see. We don't know what's gonna happen there. We go with it. Yeah, we use 2.8 for Walker. We use 2.8. All I gotta do to fly to the Bahamas is pull up to me in Orlando with a passport. I need to get a passport. Well, I have one, but I need to update it. I need to get it renewed. Amado says, I've been flying VR, but now my headset is broken. It doesn't feel right anymore. Even Track IR feels wrong. That's weird. So you broke your VR, and Track IR is broken too? Yeah, you need that, man. Especially if you're used to VR, you need some sort of head tracking. What's up, Carter? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, it's pretty realistic, man. If you've never seen Microsoft Flight Sim before, it is pretty realistic. All right, we are 69 miles DME from the Palm Beach VOR. We need to be 97 is what we're supposed to be, around 97. Until we get to our first stop. So we'll start looking for it. That means we're about, actually we're 30 miles away from where we're going. Yeah, the feeling, you're right. That's true. It's true. The feeling, I mean, yeah, once you go VR, especially if you get used to VR, it's hard to go back.
Since there aren't any specific landmarks right beneath us, let's talk about the closest city. Freeport on Grand Bahama Island.
Ooh, okay.
Freeport was established in 1955 when Wallace Groves, an American financier, struck a deal with the Bahamian government to develop a free trade zone. This transformed what was once pine forest and swampland into a bustling city with its own port and international airport. Freeport is known for its grid-like street layout, so from up here, it might look like someone dropped a giant game of tic-tac-toe on the island.
Okay.
The city is a favorite for boaters and divers, thanks to its proximity to some of the Bahamas' most beautiful reefs and underwater caves.
It's kind of dope. I don't use that's the tour guide feature of say intentions. I don't use it that often. I thought since we're doing a VFR flight, it would make sense to turn it on so that we can kind of like get some, random facts about areas that we're around. Matter of fact, I believe, from what I've been told, you're able to talk to, you're able to also talk to the tour guide and ask them questions and stuff. So we'll have to try that at some point. I need to make sure it's actually set up correct. Let me fix it because I think it's on the wrong intercom channel. What up, Lotto? Welcome to the stream, bro. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good night so far. You streaming tonight yourself? XBA35K says, just watched the podcast with your SimCFI. Nice to catch you live. Man, thanks for watching the podcast, and thanks for stopping by live as well, man. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, we've been getting the Flight Sim podcast back going. For those who don't know, in chat, we got the Blue Experience Flight Sim podcast that I do with XP, and we've been posting regular content lately. So if you're looking for a podcast that's Flight Sim based, come through and listen. We have we talk about all things Flight Sim, whatever's going on in Flight Sim, we talk about it. We also like to bring in other guests who are other flight simmers and real world pilots and developers, everything. We had your SimCFI, who is now he's an airline pilot, but he started off as a flight simmer. That's kind of the whole thing. Like, I didn't know that about him, but he was a flight simmer first, like reading Concorde manuals in his high school class, like a epic nerd. But now, who's laughing at him now? Now he's a real world not captain. He's a real world pilot, commercial pilot, and flying around the world, which is pretty cool. But it was cool to hear his story and hear how Flight Sim kind of helped him along the way. So that's just one of the podcasts. I guess it's a bit of a shameless plug there. If you're looking for a podcast to listen to, you can always turn it on and just listen while you're flying or while you're cleaning the house or whatever it is you do with your life. Appreciate it. Hey, Lotto, me and XP talked about it, and you might have talked to him as well. But we want to have you on too, so we'll be in talks. We'll be in discussion with you to get you on the show too soon. Are the sim flights accurate to how long they are in real life? Yes. Flight sim, not just this flight sim, but all flight sims are all 1-to-1 scale. So if it takes 2 hours in real life, it's going to take 2 hours in the sim. So this flight is probably like 30 minutes. I don't know. We're getting close though to our first stop. We'll see what the winds are doing. The winds in the Bahamas are usually pretty tricky. Matter of fact, speaking of that, let's go ahead and tune in. Oh yeah, we're like less than 10 miles, or a little bit over 10 miles away. Let's get tuned in to 122.8, and we'll start making our radio calls. And I believe the airport should be over there. I think that might be it right there, actually. Let's go heading mode. And we're going to go a few degrees to the left. And it might be a good idea to start descending. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get down to like 2,000 for now. I arm that. And vertical speed. Do 1,000 feet. Engage. There we go. Nice. Dope. Lotto, we'll be talking, bro. We'll be talking, bro. All right. Again, this next wave. Oh, hold on. I wanted to change something. Let me do that. Man, I love this kind of flying. It's such a vibe. It really is. So I want to get the tour guide
there aren't
on.
Any specific points of interest nearby. Let's talk about the closest airport, Walker's Cay Airport, MYAW. This airstrip is the northernmost airport in the Bahamas and has a unique history. Walker's Cay itself has been a legendary destination for sport fishing since the 1930s,
Sports fishing.
attracting anglers from all over the world, hoping to land a record-breaking marlin or sailfish. The airport was built to support the influx of visitors to the island, especially during its heyday as a luxury fishing resort. Over the years, it's seen everyone from fishing enthusiasts to celebrities looking for a quiet getaway.
Lotto, I use TikTok Studio to stream to TikTok. What do you use? Do you use OBS or do you use TikTok? I don't think I've ever used OBS to stream to TikTok specifically. I've always used OBS, or I've always used TikTok Studio. You can already see we're getting some chops already.
You up? Sorry for bothering.
Hold on, let me get you unmuted. Yeah, I'm here. You good?
I just recommend doing a lot of low passes and abandoned airstrip, so make sure there's nothing on the runway, kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, alright, gotcha. You have any? I don't know what the winds are doing out there. Any idea what direction?
It's a free for all out there. we gonna have to find out when we get there.
All right, hey, I like that. All right, we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah.
We'll do a low pass, you know, the usual, the classic.
Yep.
And then we'll see what the winds are doing
Sounds
and what
good.
the runway looks like, because we don't want what happened yesterday to happen again, or the other, not yesterday, the day before.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
All right.
All right.
I'll be on 22.8, but
Copy. I'm on there too. I don't know
bet.
if it works on here though.
We'll see. I've never done Unicom with another person on sand tensions, so
Let's see.
we shall see what happens. All right, there's our island. So as he said, we want to probably make sure the runway is good. Let's make a call to Tractor Key, or sorry, to Walker Key. You switch between it. You just notice more of a push on TikTok Live. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok Live is pretty easy to use. I like how TikTok Studio works. I like it. It's simple as it should be. A streaming or screen capturing software shouldn't be difficult. Did I lose Track IR? Oh no, we did. A freaking course we did when we needed. I think we lost Track IR. Yep, it's working in the background. It's just Microsoft decided, I don't want to use Track IR anymore. Man, that sucks. All right, well, old school. Then I'm just gonna take it off. Okay. All right, where is this place?
Walker Key traffic, yellow.
See, this sucks. Like now, how do I even look around?
Overflying the field and joining the left traffic.
All right, let's go autopilot off. Whoa. Oh, chill. Trim. All right, where is Walker Key? I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I hate looking around with a mouse. You think Chase Plane does it? Or it resets it? Or where is it? Is it on our left or is it on our right? Look at this. I gotta freaking do all this to look around. Like for VFR flying, you need head tracking. You need VR. You need something to look around. You can't just be using your mouse the whole time. If we're gonna power back. Might be over
Walker Key traffic. Make sure you didn't press the key bind that stops head tracking on Chase Planes, but yeah.
Let me check that. Yeah, it's possible. I hope I did. I hope that's what I pressed. Nope, that's not, because it did nothing. I am. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm probably gonna restart the sim once I find this airport. There ain't no way I'm doing 5 more hops in the Bahamas without head tracking. Absolutely no way. I can't find this airport. Where the heck is it? Let me see. Is it? I think we went too far. I think it's the other way. I think it's I think it's more to the
Since
west.
there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let's talk about the closest city, West End, on Grand Bahama Island. West End is actually the oldest town on Grand Bahama, dating back to the late 1800s when it was a bustling port for sponging and fishing. During Prohibition in the 1920s, it became a hot spot for rum run.
Copy that. I'm still looking for the. Oh, yeah. Copy that. I'm still looking for the airport.
Terrain ahead.
Encouraged.
Terrain
Today,
ahead.
West End is known for its beautiful beaches and laid-back vibe, making it a favorite stop for boaters and fishermen.
You said it's on the. So I think
Terrain ahead.
I think I went
ahead.
too far east.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Let's see. I think I went too far east. The clip is not on my headset. Oh, is that? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me test it. I hope it works. I don't want to restart. Oh! Okay, okay, let's go.
Traffic, Sirius 66 Victor Golf, all the upwind, joining left traffic, joining left downwind for runway, whatever this is, to the east.
Okay, so that was user error. User
Terrain
error.
ahead. Terrain ahead.
User error. So I guess I did hit the chase plane button on accident. And I thought it just stopped. I was like, why would, like, because usually it doesn't stop in the middle. Usually if it's gonna stop working, it stops working pretty early. I think that might be our airport right there. Yeah, that's it. You said you're landing east? All right, let's get our lights on. And let's get our targeting slowed down. There's our, yeah, I went too far. I had a feeling I did. Yep, there's the,
Hey, for landing east, definitely the winds are pretty much right down the runway going eastbound.
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle.
what's the obstacle?
Obstacle ahead.
Like a radio tower out in the middle of nowhere. All right, I have visual of you over the airports. Bearing 16 Bravo is on a left downwind for eastern landing. Alright, we're still too fast. See how easy this is to look to the left? We're not gonna talk about that CSC. I don't even know how I hit that button on accident. I really don't.
And Walker's key traffic, Sirius 66 Victor Golf, short final now for whatever runway this is, eastbound.
Should
Walker.
be runway, what, like 1-3 or something. All right, Baron 16 Bravo is turning left base for eastern landing. All right, let's get this gear down.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Favorite
Terrain
airplane to fly? It changes.
Terrain ahead.
It's seasonal.
Terrain ahead.
It's seasonal.
Terrain ahead.
What terrain?
Terrain
It's
ahead.
water.
Sirius 66 Victor Golf, back taxiing, better clear the runway here shortly.
All right, let's go flaps. The wind doesn't look too choppy though. From the way, I don't see a lot of waves down there.
Elevator back pressure the whole time. The runway is very bumpy.
Alright, so car flaps open for landing.
Runway's clear. Walker's key.
Walker key traffic. Baron 16 Bravo short final for east landing.
500.
Power in. I'm have to fix the audio for our next go around. It's a little too quiet for me. Yep, winds are basically straight down the runway. Yep, runway looks pretty uneven as well, so we'll do our. Oh, what's that down there?
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let's talk about the closest natural feature, Walker's Cay itself.
Ooh, floated it.
This tiny island is the northernmost point of the Bahamas and has been a legendary destination for sport fishing since the 1930s. Anglers from all over the world have traveled here, hoping to reel in marlin, sailfish, and other big catches. The island is so small that you can practically see the whole thing from the air. Blink and you might miss it. Over the years, Walker's Cay has hosted everyone from fishing legends to celebrities looking for a private escape.
That sound is not the sim. That is my desk. That is the Mosa yoke vibrating on my desk right now. All right, let's get the sound up because this is too quiet for me. We'll get the music down just a little bit. Some levels here. There we go. I like this is a dope spot. Like it's the problem. This is the problem that I have with doing flights like these. Is that I don't want to just land here once. I want to do it over and over. Like I want to do that approach again. That was fun. That was genuinely fun. I'm not moving it with my eyes. I'm moving it with my head tracking that I now have on my head. Uh-oh, we might be crashing. We might be crashing. Oh, we're definitely crashing. We're definitely crashing. Are we live still? Yeah, we're still live. So the sim is crashing on. I think it heard me when I said that I was going to be restarting the sim after I land because it crashed. I don't know why. It's okay. I think we're still live on TikTok and YouTube. So let's just run it back up. Let's start it back up. We'll get back in there. Get back in there and hopefully track our work the next time as well. That was fun though. I mean, I guess now that we've crashed, I'll be using the time that I would have used to redo that landing while restarting the sim. But oops, I'm just a mess today, ain't I? I'm a mess today, ain't I? All right, that's okay. That's nothing important. Just nothing important. Nothing important. But yeah, we'll just head on to the next stop since we got to restart the sim anyways. But that was fun. I like that. That was a great suggestion there. That Sky Command, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I've been seeing you've been pretty consistent on the streams yourself, bro. So salute to you, man. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you in June. We landed at Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey. Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey. Our next stop is going to be Treasure Key. That is Mike Yankee Alpha Tango. And then after that, we continue to Mike Yankee Alpha Mike, which is Marsh Harbor in the Bahamas. And then Sandy Point, Mike Yankee Alpha Sierra, Mike Yankee Echo Hotel, and then Mike Yankee Charlie Alpha. Those are our next few hops. And again, we'll see how far we make it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have a hard stop for the stream. We'll see how it goes. Most of these hops are pretty close together, so it's not the longest route we did was the one we just did flying out here. So the rest of these are pretty short. That's some pretty fun landings and whatnot. Let's see, are you guys picking up the stream? Yep, you got it. You got it. All right, cool. We got stuff happening in the background. I like it. I'm the person to get with in June. Yeah, you are. Yes, sir. Sky Command, by the way, guys, if you don't know Sky Command, I know some of you guys met him last year at Expo, and he's the guy. He knows where to go. I feel like if I ever want to know where to go somewhere in any city ever, I would ask him. Like, hey man, what should I do tonight? Ask Sky Command. He knows all the good spots. So we'll see what he comes up with in Minneapolis. All right, let's get back in there. The good news is that we're flying a GA plane, and it's not hard to start or do anything with. So like, it's not like I gotta go back and restart a whole airliner. All right, Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey, Walker Key. Man, that was such a cool landing, though. Look, it even has a crossing, like a tiny crossing runway. I don't know how you'd land there. That will spawn right here. All right, start flight. On God. I love your name. It sounded weird when I said it because I wasn't expecting that to be your name as I was saying it out loud. But no, I don't fly in real life, unfortunately. Not yet, at least.
Runway 28.
Alright, we in there light swimwear. How back in the aircraft to get the light? So I was flying like a early morning type of scene. So we take off at like 7:45. So we'll do like an hour later, like 8:40, you know, somewhere in there. That works for me. Live weather though, so yep, weather looks good. Live, beautiful. All right, cool. We're set on that. Anything else I need to set up? Let's just check. TikTok can see. All right, good. YouTube can see. Okay, good. We got our controls are working. Let me reset my controls here for the Moses software. Make sure we're all good on that end. We'll also get right back on saying attentions because that was pretty cool. I think it's already running. Yeah, it is. It's still running. So we're good on that. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. I should be able to put the rest of our flight into our GPS this time. So to get the aircraft started, let's go ahead and get the control lock off. Battery on. Yep. All right, battery on. Alternator 1, alternator 2. I wonder if I can just start it. Let's see if I need to actually prime it. I want to see if I can just start it. Let's see. No, yeah, we gotta prime it. Gotta prime it up. All right, clear prop. Oh yeah, Twin Otter. Kicking dust, kicking sand at us. Great choice, by the way. Great choice of aircraft. All right, starting or priming too. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, starting to. She's up. Bro, it's funny, like, oh shoot, the brake's not on. There we go. All right, avionics on. Stall heat, fuel vent. Don't need windshield heat. Probably don't even need pitot, but lights are good. Let's just go ahead and get. Chat, what do you think? Should we land here one more time? Let me know. Should we land here one more time? Or should we just go to the next spot? Because I'm down to do it again.
Pause. System test okay.
I'm down to do it again. Either way, it thinks I'm in Grand Bahama, but we're definitely not there. MYAT. And then MYAM. Yep, you read my mind. MYAS. It doesn't know that one. That's fine. I know it exists. I know it exists. We'll go that far for now. And a squawking VFR. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. DMV says yes. All right. DMV is a man. He's a boss. Let's do it again. Lights on. Okay. You heard the man. Oh shoot. My whole mouse just fell. Alright, we'll back taxi then. Alright, this time I can actually feel the plane.
Yellow Sierra 66 Victor Golf doing low pass, westerly.
Oh, track arrows working. Let's see how long they last. I'm gonna set my altitude for like 5,000 for later. Let's go. Brakes off. Okay, I'm serious this time. Track IR actually stopped working this time. Bro, I'm so annoyed right now. I'm actually legit. I can't. I can't. This time it's not because I'm not wearing it. See, I'm moving around. It's not because I'm not wearing it. It is working in the background, and I do have a button for it, and it does that because that's where my track IR left off. Ah, screw it. Let's go. Thankfully, I do have a couple like kind of quick views like this. I can kind of look around, but it's not the same. Yeah, this runway is like gravel or sand or something. Like this is not a fully paved runway. There's low pass. I don't know why it does that. The whole like. Does anybody else have that problem where track IR or Toby just stops responding? All right, we'll wrap it around here. We'll do one circuit here and then we'll head out. Walker key traffic, bearing 16 Bravo taking off to the east, remaining in the pattern. Walker key. Engine monitor alarm. Oh, we're over torquing or something, I think. Airspeed is alive. Gorgeous.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Alright, let's not get too fast. You can hear me, but you can't see me? Are you talking about on say? So we have Skynet turned off on say intentions so that we can see each other on Microsoft multiplayer without it being doubled up. So that's how we have it working right now. So we're on say intentions. You can hear us on say intentions, but you will not see us on say intentions, and that is on purpose. Yeah, I still gotta look around. This is oh my god, what did I just do? Look at that water. Walker key traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo is on the left base midfield for East Landing. Walker key. What are my graphics specs? I have a 64 gigs of RAM and a RTX 4090. Yeah, I just disabled the GPWS. I just did. Alright, let's land. And this is better, you can actually hear the plane this time. Alright, flaps. Here. Man Spreader, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 has the missions.
Holding hands with Baron, Walker key.
Walker Key traffic, bearing 16 Bravo, left base to final. East landing. Walker Key.
500.
A little too slow. So like right here, it's my blind spot. Like I would usually lean over and look, but I can't. I need fuel, I just noticed. Hold that nose up. Alright, we're down. Walker Key traffic, bearing 16 Bravo is gonna be back taxing for another takeoff. Next stop is going to be Treasure Key, Walker Key. I like that one. That was pretty good. You're SimCFI, good to see you. Welcome back to the stream, bro. I'll use the side of the runway. We on the beach today, baby. I love airfields like this. It's like bumpy. It's uncured runway. You know what I mean? Soft landings. Adrian Marrero. This is the Baron 58. Oh, you know what? Let's fuel up before we go because we restarted the sim and I don't think it kept my fuel load. Nope, it did not. We'll take about 50%, about 50 gallons on the left and right, on the right. Hopefully that doesn't make us too heavy.
Traffic, 66 Victor Golf Cirrus is going to be slow flight on the upwind, waiting for company traffic. Walker Key.
Says we're too heavy. Alright, let's fix our trim. Get the cowl flaps are open. Alright, ready to go. Hide that. Brakes off. What happens when you crash your plane on this game? Go watch my stream from Wednesday, you'll find out. Because we crashed. Walker Key traffic, Baron 16 Bravo, take it off to the east. Straight out. Walker Key. Alright guys, let's go. Next stop. On to our next location. Direct MYAT. Alright, so now we got the GPS back up, which is nice. It's gonna show not too far. I'm not gonna go that high. We will not be flying. We're not going to make it all the way to Jamaica today.
66 Victor Golf climbing out to 5,500 feet direct. Treasure, last call, Walker's Key.
Alright, so all we gotta do here is basically turn nav mode on. And we'll engage that. Let's go vertical speed. About 500. Engage that. Autopilot engaged. There we go. There we go. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's enjoy the view. You said you crashed?
Yes, sir. I'll load back in. But yeah.
What the heck?
Jeez.
I hope your track IR works.
Probably not. It's probably not. Being completely honest.
Oh man, it's like you never know if track IR is gonna work or if it's not gonna work. It's like a gamble.
Man. It's a gamble.
Every time you start the sim, it's a gamble.
You see what's on it, but
And mine was working perfectly fine until my sim crashed.
I saw that. I was like, no.
Like I don't want to restart again.
You're going treasure key, right? That's right.
Yeah, treasure key right now.
Copy. All small there.
Sounds good. I'll see you when I get there. Shouldn't take long. It's not very far.
Copy.
Flaming Beavers, we are using, well, we have Discord open in the background for backup comms, but we're also using Say Intentions to, sorry. We're also using Say Intentions for Unicom. Yeah, Element crashed, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's flight sim, it happens. Happens way too often, but it happens. It's part of it. You took a screenshot and it was game over, dang. How do you find my stream for my crash? Search, I mean, I could just drop the link, let me find it. It was when we flew to Kodiak. The new SWS Kodiak, which by the way came out today publicly. So if you're a big fan of the Kodiak 100, great plane, great developer. That is now available, native to 2024. Here it is. Share. All right, there's a link right there. There's a link right there. There you go. All right. Man. Wait, what is that? What is that? Hold on. I just saw something I haven't seen before or noticed. What is this? Oh, I guess that's been there before. I just never noticed that it stuck out like that. Yeah, I have autopilot. We're on autopilot right now. I don't really fly very many planes that don't have autopilot, personally. I honestly
Since there are no points of interest found nearby, let me tell you about Walker's Cay Airport. Walker's Cay Airport is a small but significant airstrip located on Walker's Cay, the northernmost island in the Bahamas. This airport has long been a gateway for anglers and adventurers heading to some of the best sport fishing waters in the world. The island itself became famous in the mid-20th century when it was developed as a fishing resort, attracting celebrities and fishing enthusiasts alike. The airport's short runway and proximity to the water make for some exciting landings and takeoffs. Pilots often say, it's like threading a needle. Over the years, Walker's Cay has seen its share of hurricanes, but the spirit of adventure here never fades.
Yep, that is the AI tour guide we got, giving us updates on things around us. Don't forget, guys, we are flying VFR today, so if we happen to see something like a place we weren't planning on landing that looks interesting to land at, I just might make a diversion like we did last time. Hopefully it doesn't end like it did last time, but like that little like plot of grass is a little tempting. Look at this, man. Wow. Oh, that's a screenshot. That's a freaking screenshot. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bahamas. She didn't mention that customs is in a trailer. Have you been there before? Element to Walker Key? Or you just happen to know that? It is fun, SNA Aviation. Or John Wayne Aviation. It is fun, man. I'll tell you, like, I always say this. I always love airline flying. You get a different satisfaction from airline flying. But it's nice every once in a while to slow down and try, you know, I first say find your favorite GA plane. That's half the fun. Because I can't just do flights like this with any GA plane. I'm not gonna go do this in the default Cessna. Like, that's not gonna be fun to me. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta first have a plane that I like, and then you go find some interesting places to fly. Because I'm sure you probably have flown over these areas before at 30,000 feet, and they look beautiful at 30,000 feet. They look even better at 5,000 feet. But I also personally, I get in moods where I'll be in a mood to fly long hauls. I'll be in a mood to fly domestic airliner flights. I'll be in a mood to fly regional flights. I'll be in a mood to fly business jet flights. You know what I mean? So like, I get in my different kind of moods inside of aviation, and I think that's what helps me stay entertained and not burnt out. You know, like, I feel like if I only ever flew airliner flights all the time to the same 20 airports, I'd probably get bored eventually, you know. But because I personally, just tell my own story, because I personally love to switch it up and fly a lot of different types of planes. Plus, there's so many new planes that come out in flight sim. My cow flaps will say, oh, I think I get it. So if I close this. Wait, why does that open? I don't know what that flap is on top of the engine intake. Because it was open earlier, now it's closed. Oh, maybe it's the AC. Maybe it's the AC. It is! That's the AC vent, so that's how we get air inside the plane. It comes into that second hole.
06 Victor Golf. Contact Miami Center on 134.2.
And when I close it, oops, it closes back up. Oh, that's sweet. But yeah, find a plane you like, whatever that may be, and take that on some bush flying or just VFR flights, and just kind of switch it up for a bit, and then go back and fly airliners again whenever you're ready, which is what I do. It helps. And the thing too is that when you fly a bunch of GA, at least me, in my personal interest, when I fly a bunch of GA, eventually I'll get to a point where I want to fly an airliner, and I'm excited to fly airliners again, you know. And then when I do fly an airliner, like, because it's been a week or two since I've flown an airliner, it's almost like flying it for the first time again.
Since there aren't any major landmarks popping up nearby, let's talk about Spanish K Airport, the closest airstrip to us right now. Spanish K Airport is a private use airport serving Spanish K, which is a small island in the Abacos of the Bahamas. The island itself is only about 3 miles long, but it's famous among boaters and pilots for its marina and the turquoise waters that surround it. The airport's runway is just over 5,000 feet, which is plenty for most small aircraft. but it still
hazy
gives pilots a
and
bit
blown
of a thrill,
out, like
especially with
oversaturated.
the ocean right at the end. Spanish K has been a favorite stopover
Just
for
giving you an
decades,
update.
especially for those looking to escape to a
back in the
quieter, more secluded spot in
Almost
the
information
Bahamas.
with you, and yeah, check out, it did not work.
Of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. But you're saying that you think it looks more hazy and blown out. What do you mean by that? Yes, helicopters are also quite fun. We almost did helicopters this week. Do I have any other obligations to fly a yoke plane in the next 7 days? Because I'll be honest, what I was actually hoping to do was to fly helicopters all next week. So we did GA, and we did the Kodiak Wednesday. We flew the Baron today, and I'm definitely in a helicopter mood. I really want to fly helicopters. Both me and Element want to fly helicopters. Matter of fact, Element's already fly helicopters on his own. But I want to fly helicopters. So
Contact Miami Center on 134.2.
we might do that next week if nothing else comes up. Look at this view though, guys. Sheesh. I can't decide what camera to use because every angle looks amazing. Alright, I want this one for now. Actually, I want the other one. Yeah, I want this one. I can be more free. Alright, we're about 20 miles from our next stop. Again, we're stopping at Mike Yankee Alpha Tango. For those who are following along or want to meet us somewhere, that's where we're stopping next. We're on Microsoft Multiplayer on the West Coast server. But we're also using the Say Intentions for communications. So using AI-ATC, which there's no ATC out here, but we're using it for Unicom callouts and whatnot. Am I going to fly the TriStar when it comes out? Honestly, no, I'm not. I have no interest in the TriStar. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks really good. And I'm pretty sure it is a really great plane. I just personally don't have any interest in flying it. So I will be skipping that one. Personally, and I don't have any I don't currently have any relationship with INI builds that I get pre-release stuff, so I won't be getting it either to try. But yeah, I have no intention on buying it or flying it. Man, look at this view. Sheesh. So many screenshot opportunities. Let me get one. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't crash my sim. Oh, so does it freeze when I do that right there? I don't know if the stream freezes when I do screen captures. I don't often do them. We probably should start descending soon. We are, how far are we? 20 miles. We're at 5,000 feet. We could ascend. Yeah, we'll ascend. Let's get down to 1,500. We'll let the vertical speed do its thing. Arm. Oh, I see what happens. So arm that. Change it to 1,000 or so. We'll do 1,500 and engage. There we go. All right, lights are all on. We are 20 miles to the north. I assume all these islands probably use the same frequency. Let me check. Yep, 122.8. Treasure Key traffic, bearing 16 Bravo, 15 miles to the north inbound for landing. Treasure Key. Pull the power back a bit.
Since we're cruising near Spanish K, let me tell you about the island itself. Spanish K is a tiny 3-mile-long island in the Abacos.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night.
It's a favorite stop for boaters and pilots alike. The island was named by early explorers who thought it looked like a Spanish ship from a distance. Talk about a mirage.
You think it's a
Privately owned
driver
now,
since you're
but in the
forcing
past,
reference color
it was
mode?
a hideaway for pirates who used
I don't
the
have
surrounding
any...
reefs to ambush unsuspecting ships. The waters around Spanish Cay are so clear that you can often spot sea turtles and rays from the air.
Oh, that's cool. That's freaking cool. Oh, I wish that was simulated in the sim. She said the water is so clear here you can actually see sea turtles from the air. That would be wild, man. That's like the next step. Like they added wildlife, right, in 2024.
Victor Golf, contact Miami Center on 134.2.
Why am I hearing Miami Center right now? I should be hearing Miami Center. They added wildlife, but obviously there's no sea life. That would be cool to be able to look down and see like some dolphins hop in, some whales, or like schools of fish in the shallows. That would be fire. That would be fire. Don't crash. Captain Midwest is in the chat. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. I love the Baron. Just got the INI build G1000 BE58. Just flight looks great. Wait, INI builds G1000. You talking about the that new avionics thing they dropped? That INI builds dropped? Is that what you're talking about, Captain Midwest? Because they did not release a Baron. You may be talking about a different plane. Texas Kelva, welcome to the stream. Just watched your helicopter setup unboxing. Now that you have some hours with it, is the number one thing you would change? What is the number one thing I would change about it? Make it easier to install. That's probably what it will be. I fly so many different types of aircraft now. Like one day I'm flying a Baron. Tomorrow I might be flying an A320. The day after or hours later I might be flying a helicopter. And so because I only have one setup, I have one computer, one setup, one chair, it becomes a hassle hopping between different simulators. Or not, sorry, different types of setups. And so I'll be honest, I absolutely love the setup that I put in that video for the helicopter video. But often if I just want to quickly go fly a helicopter without any setup, I use like my my Thrustmaster Warthog throttle, which is just a regular whole test throttle with two sticks on it. Not sticks, two throttles on it. But it's just easy to set that up. I put it in reverse and I fly with that instead of putting my entire Apache grip here. Unless I know I'm gonna spend like a week doing Apache or helicopter ops, I'll put the whole thing in, which I might do for next week. We'll see. But yeah, that's the only thing I would change. Honestly, everything else is great. I love everything about it. I just make it easier to swap in and out. I've been getting a lot of feedback on my helicopter setup video about how the way I had my joystick mounted was too high, basically. So I would change that. That's mainly what I would change in my own setup, not necessarily with how they've made it. I know a lot of people have the extension for the joystick arm, so if you mount it lower, like towards the ground, you can have a longer stick for your joystick. I see the airport ahead of us. I don't know which way to land. I guess we could do the same thing where we kind of fly over and see if let's see. Can we see from the water? Yeah, I can't tell from the ocean like which way the wind is blowing. But what I am using now, though, for those who are asking about my helicopter setup, is I have the MOSA AB9 force feedback joystick now.
66 Victor Golf extended really long, really far, super extended, really far. Final for runway 13. Treasure key.
I have the AB9 base from MOSA.
06 Victor Golf,
and that's what I use now
only,
for
13,
fighter jets and for helicopters. I really prefer the MOSA AB9 now. I forgot the tracker doesn't work. I prefer the MOSA AB9 now for my joystick, honestly, because it's force feedback. You can adjust the tension as much as you want. So if you want to be loose, tight, whichever, you can do that very, 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 very easily with that instead of having to unscrew things and stuff like that. All right, there's our runway there. We're obviously pretty offsets. I might just land. I mean, I know this runway is good. I've been here before. It's long as well. We're fast though, so we may just overfly it. I think I might just overfly it.
Since there aren't any major landmarks nearby, let me...
Treasure Key traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo is inbound from the north. About 3 miles short final for overhead low pass. Treasure Key.
Built to serve the growing number of tourists flocking to the area.
You're welcome, Texas
after the
Color.
1960s.
You're welcome, man.
When Treasure Cay started gaining fame for its powdery white sand and crystal clear waters.
Reading chat.
Pilots love flying in here because the approach gives you a postcard-perfect view of the coastline. Just don't get too distracted by the scenery. Over the years, the airport has seen everything from small prop planes to private jets, all bringing people eager to experience the laid-back island life.
Dodger, we're at Sirius 66 Victor Golf, gonna be inbound runway 13, and MYAW, gonna be landing here shortly.
Texans don't say y'all anymore. I'm sure you saw the Synaptics update about the 220. Do you think they were released before summertime? I did not see the update. That's news to me, Jamesy. That must have just happened before.
Yes, they do, because on TV they do. MYAW.
I did not see the Synaptic had an update. Hi, Treasure K, November 16 Bravo is turn left crosswind to runway 14. I love flying out here. This is so fun. Yeah, I have to look into that. Did they post any more screenshots for the Synaptics A220, or did they just do like some boring forum post somewhere? Treasure Key, bearing 16 Bravo, midfield left, downwind runway 14. Treasure Key. I wonder why we're all talking with southern accents all of a sudden. It's not hard for me to do it because, like, I think I already have a country accent when I let it be. I'll clean it up, but naturally I do have a southern.
Sirius 6 Victor Golf, Roger. Expedite exit. Runway 01 only active.
All right, lights are all on. We'll get the gear down. How do you import your flight plan into this plane? I honestly do not know. I've never done it.
Approaching runway 32.
All right, drop my gear. Flaps come down. All right. I have no idea where the runway is. I don't have track IR. Oh, it's over there. All right, we're too slow. Oh, my engines are good. That engine sounded a little weird when he revved up just now. Sounded a little weird. Oh yeah, we need the these boys, the old cow flaps. This is gonna be a good practice for me to try to remember that from now on. Okay, power. Oh my god, I hate not having track IR, guys. I really dislike it. For this type of flying, you need some sort of VR or head tracking, man. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Treasure Key traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo, runway 14 short final. Treasure Key. Oh, she's a little hoppy. She's a little bouncy. Matter of fact, make that touch and go, Treasure Key. Alright, do a touch and go since the runway is so long. Here we go. Line her up. Coming off the top of the canopy.
Roger, Dodger, we're at Sirius 66 Victor Golf, gonna be inbound runway 13, and MYAW, gonna be landing here shortly.
Sirius 6 Victor Golf, runway 01 only, 13 not available.
There's a kiss and go. Barely touched the ground. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. to the next one. Treasure Key, climbing out, straight out to the south. Last call, Treasure Key. Alright, flaps coming up. Ooh, getting hit by a little draft there. Ooh, I caught it though. Alright, our next stop's only 20 miles south of here. You know what? I'm gonna fly by hand this time. Do some hand flying. Doc says I'm gonna be on site if you say yeehaw again. I forgot Doc is from Texas too. I forgot. How high are we? We're about 1,006. This is high enough. We can stay here. Pull power back a little bit. See if we can get it trimmed. Alright, next stop is gonna be, so that was Treasure Key. Next we got Leonard Thompson International, Marsh Harbor, Mike Yankee Alpha Mike. If the runway is long enough, we'll do a touch and go. We'll see how we feel about the approach. If the approach really dope, we may do it again. We'll see. And then after that, we're gonna go to Sandpoint, which is Mike Yankee Alpha Sierra, which is not in my GPS for whatever reason, so we'll have to go find it on our own. Oh, my gear's done. I thought the plane felt draggy. I thought the plane felt draggy. I was like, it feels draggy. Lots of golf courses out here. I'm not gonna lie, I might turn autopilot on here. I know I said I wasn't going to. But arm gauge heading mode autopilot. There we go. All right, I can relax my arm. Like with the force feedback, it actually turns into a bit of an arm workout after a while. Yeah, I agree. The only place you hear yeehaw. The only place you hear yeehaw in Texas is at the rodeo and maybe at the country club, you know, after about 12 o'clock. Maybe 1. That's the only place you're going to hear yeehaw. It's not like a regular thing anybody says. Going the right way? Yeah, I think we are a little off. We make a left a bit, but we're mostly good. What an interesting place, man. Anybody in chat live on an island or ever have lived on an island? What's it like? What's island life like? What's it like not having a Walmart? Many beers later.
any major landmarks popping up nearby?
What you got
Let me
for
tell
us?
you about Leonard M. Thompson International
that's
Airport,
where we're going.
which we're just northwest of. This airport, formerly known as Marsh Harbor Airport, was renamed in 2016 to honor Leonard M. Thompson, a Bahamian World War II hero, and one of the first Bahamians to become a Royal Air Force pilot. The airport is a lifeline for the Abaco Islands, especially after hurricanes, when it becomes the main hub for relief efforts.
Oh, you're gonna be staying the night here at MYAT? Nice. That's where we just left from, isn't it? Yeah. Treasure Key. Yeah, Treasure Key would be a great place to stay at night. That'd be a great place to stay at night. I don't know, if I had to pick somewhere, like, if we were legit flying out here and I had to pick one of these locations to stay, I don't know enough about like the area to really pick one. It wouldn't just be the approach that I would choose. It'd be like, you know, do they have a shop that I can buy food from? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, some of the different like living amenities. Ricochet again says, Beach Baron, I got my multi-engine rating on this. Nice. That's a really nice plane to get your multi in. Who could live on an island for a week? Fishing pole, sleeping bag, unlimited drinking water, and a knife. I wouldn't say unlimited drinking water, but I think I know what you mean. Oh, there's the airport right there. Oh, shoot. Where we at? What is this airport called? This is, this one might be controlled. No, it's not. Leonard Thompson. I'm gonna keep calling it Mars Harbor, though. And I think we probably want to land the other direction, but I don't know. I don't think it really matters at this point. Alright, my controls. It keeps doing that when I disconnect the autopilot for some reason. Yeah, since we're so high, we'll land the opposite way. We'll land. We've been landing east. We probably should land this way. This is east. We'll fly over. We're overhead. We'll fly overhead. I love the sound of these engines, man. I know it's something. I love the sound of dual engine aircraft, like dual prop aircraft, like turboprops, like the turbo, Twin Otter, King Air, Twin Comanche, things like that. Marsh Harbor traffic. Baron wants his Bravo overhead. Entering into the pattern upwind. Buzzing the tower. Alright, overhead for the brake. One's in the brake. Marsh Harbor. One's in the brake. Definitely low. Oh yeah, the Chancellor 414. Yes, sir. Such a good plane in Microsoft Flight Sim. The Chancellor 414. If you're looking for a really good piston twin engine, the Chancellor 414 is really good. What's up, Eli? Welcome to the stream. Maddox Moody is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Drink that seawater and see how long you last. Yeah, yeah. Alright, Marsh Harbor traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo now on left. Downwind, midfield, landing to the east. Marsh Harbor. Cass, welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. I might do a full stop here so we can get our flight plan set for our next. Actually, no. You know what? I think the runway is long enough that we could do a touch and go here too. I think I will. Yeah, I'll do a touch and go here too.
Since there aren't any major landmarks popping up nearby, let me tell you about the town of Marsh Harbor. Marsh Harbor is the largest town in the Abaco Islands and a real hub for anyone exploring this part of the Bahamas. It started as a small fishing village in the 1800s, and over time, it grew into a bustling spot for sailors, pilots, and anyone who loves the sea. The town is famous for its beautiful harbor, which is often dotted with sailboats and yachts. After hurricanes, Marsh Harbor has always bounced back, showing off the true resilience of the Bahamian spirit.
Marsh Harbor traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo, left base to final. For east arrival. Marsh Harbor. Do I have an F-18 in Microsoft Flight Sim? Yeah, it comes default.
500.
I don't fly it. I fly the F-18 on DCS, but not Microsoft. Not a fan. Alright, here we go, guys. On final. I'm not sure what runway this is. Maybe runway... What was it? 9? I think. Flaps are down. In motion. They're in transit. Marsh Harbor traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo. It's inbound for the touch and go. And down for the east. Marsh Harbor.
Approaching runway 9.
The winds are honestly not too bad today. I thought it'd be worse. I thought it'd be much worse. There's the windsock. Let's see if I picked the right direction. Looks like I did. Good. A little bit of winds from right to left. And there's the Microsoft float. That's down, 123 FPM. Flaps up. We back up, baby. Yes, sir. You're up. Alright, that was Marsh Harbor. Next is Sandpoint, and we're going to have to find this one by eye. This one is not on my GPS for whatever reason. But all I know is that it's south. I know the identifier, Mike Yankee Alpha Sierra. But again, for whatever reason, the GTN 750 does not have that waypoint in it. So it's it should be pretty easy to find. It's like all the way to the south of this same island that we're on the west side of the island, and it comes to like a point like this. So that's kind of the reference we got. So let's see if we can find it. Long Tally Sally. Yes, we buttered that one for sure. Greased it. Right, let's get the trim back in there. We'll get the autopilot back on, and we'll get back looking out the window. Did we lose Element? I haven't heard him on the radio in a while. Am I on the right frequency? Am I still on San Antonio? I am. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go back up to like, it's how far is it? 35 miles. We'll stay low though. We'll do 1,500 feet. We'll stick to that. That's pound and altitude. We'll arm that. We're at currently, actually we're already there. We're already at 1,500, so we'll lower the nose. Lower the nose. We'll do heading, hold, alt, hold, autopilot engage. There it is. We can relax our arms. Ouch, sorry. First time flying to Bahamas with a tour guide. Kind of like it. I mean, sometimes she repeats herself. I wish she wouldn't repeat herself, but it's still kind of cool. On to the next one, yes sir. Oh, no problem, no problem, no problem. No problem. Oop, not that one. I wonder if there's any wildlife out here. Here, let me ask her. Let's see if we can talk to our tour guide and see if we can ask her a question here. What button is it? Might be this button. Hey, what wildlife do we have out here in the area?
Out here in the Abacos, you might spot sea turtles, rays, dolphins, and even the occasional shark swimming in the clear waters below us. If you look toward the islands, you could also see ospreys, herons, and maybe a few wild boars roaming the brush. Just don't ask them for directions.
Okay, I like this feature now. I like this feature. I like this feature. Any other questions I can ask about the area, guys, in chat? Let me know. Let me know, let me know. I'll tell you what, they got wild boar everywhere. Like, how did wild boar get on the island? You know what I mean? Like, they're everywhere. Ask her about the trees? Yeah, I'll ask her that. Let's see. Wait, is that a runway right there? Chat, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking, is that a real runway? It's unmarked. We're landing there. We're landing there, chat. We're landing there. We're landing there. We are landing there. That is too appetizing. My controls again. Hey, what type of trees do they have out here? On the Great Abaco.
Out here in the Abacos, you'll mostly see casuarina pines, coconut palms, and sea grape trees. Perfect for that classic island vibe.
There you go. That's definitely fire. Alright, let me see if I can find that. The strip's right there. We'll land the same way we did earlier. It's pointed in the same direction. Get the cowl flaps back open. We're landing. The place we're landing right now has no airport identifier. I think it's just one of those little farm airstrips that has no name. We'll overfly it though and take a peek at it. I feel like it's like anytime I fly GA, at least in stream. When I fly by myself, I don't honestly that often do a lot of diversions. I usually have kind of a mission in mind that I'm out here for, but if I'm flying like this where I'm just like really casually just kind of exploring the area, I do like to find a random landing area to check out. But that is definitely
500.
a grass or gravel or some sort of runway, makeshift runway down there. So let's do it. Let's land on it. Or see if we can. Alright, the heading was about basically directly east almost. Ask her how many subscribers Blue Games has on YouTube. I don't think she can answer that, but we'll ask. Hey, how many subscribers does Blue Games have on YouTube? I don't think she's gonna know the answer to that.
Sorry, I can only answer questions about the area we're flying over or local history and landmarks.
Okay, yeah, she's limited. She's limited. Alright, where's the field? I see it. I know, right? I'm like, dang it. What's the cruising speed of this plane? Like 180. Depending on weather and how heavy you are and whatnot. Look at these little inland, like, pools they got out here. Alright. I think I see where it is. Kind of extended a good bit. That's okay. I like, keep them coming, chat. What other questions can we ask her? The tree one was, I don't know anything about trees, but I don't know. It's interesting that she knew that. I kind of want to know like what kind of fruit do they have out here? Like plantains or? Let me ask her. What common fruits do they grow in the area?
In this part of the Bahamas, you'll commonly find coconuts, guavas, sea grapes, and even a few mangoes growing wild or in small groves.
Guavas, okay. Alright, here we go. Flaps down. Let's see if we can land on this place. I'm gonna need some trim. What's the main import of the island? What is the main import into this island? Alright, let's focus on landing real quick.
The main import into this island is food products, as the Bahamas relies heavily on imported goods to supply local stores and restaurants.
That makes sense. Alright, very short runway. And we'll have the trees to fly
500.
over, so we'll keep it really slow. Practice our slow flight. Oh, we're getting pushed by some wind though, but we'll be alright. Yeah, I have a feeling this is not gonna be a good runway, just like the last one. Let's see though, we're gonna keep our options open. If we have to go around, we'll go around. Ooh. Yeah, I already see rocks in the runway. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. God. Yeah, we shouldn't have landed. We should have went around. We should not have landed. God. We should not have landed. Yeah, I saw it when we... On approach, I saw rocks. I saw rocks. Frozen butter, yeah. Look at the grass in the wake of our... Alright, well, back taxi. I do know the wind is pointing the other direction, and we're going to need all the wind we can get. Reminds me of that one time in Star Citizen. What happened in Star Citizen? I don't remember. I don't actually remember that. Put the flaps up. Yeah, like the, look at this. Look how uneven this is. The rock right there. Yeah, lots of rocks. This is not going to be easy to take off from. This might be a flashback to what happened to us on Wednesday. We do not have a plane built for this type of stuff. We don't have Tundra tires. This is not a bush plane. I'll be much more confident if this was a bush plane. What's up, your boy Marv? How do we end up here? Curiosity. That's it. Just curiosity. No, my chair is not moving, really. Yeah, I genuinely don't think we can take off from here. There is a road. There's a road right in front of us. I think we might have a better chance taking off that road. Let me see if I get the drone out. Matter of fact, let's get out. Yeah, I like that the grass actually has tracks. So like this might be better. Like this is supposed to be a road, but it's just like white. This might be better. This might be at least flat. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh no, what'd I do? Okay, there we go. Let's try. I'm not confident using what we just landed on to take off, so I'm gonna try to use the actual road. There's nobody on the road. It's not busy, so it's a bit of nowhere. Let's give it a try. See what happens. So should we go left or should we go right? I feel like there's more road to the left. I think it curves to the left. Sorry, to the right. I think it goes more straight more. Yeah, let's go right. Yeah, this is much smoother already. All right, we're gonna try it. All right, I am gonna use a notch of flaps to help us get up in the air. And I need everybody to say a quick prayer for me, and then we'll be on our way. Here we go. All right, fuel check. We're 50%, looking good. Let's do it. Yep, it's smoother already. All right, don't worry about that Amazon truck. Man, we need a lot of space to take off too. There's no way we would have made it from where we were. Not a busy road, I said. I know it didn't look busy at first. All right, on to where we were supposed to be going. No promises, we may not stop again. Now we might need search and rescue if we crash again. Hey, that was a cool little strip though. I mean, I'm kind of like curious like what that really was. It was definitely a landing strip though. 100% a landing strip. At some point in the past. Look at that, it's like a swamp right there. Alright, let's get it trimmed up. Put the trim nose down here. We are on our way. I wonder how our engine condition is doing. Ah, still looking good. Looking good. Okay, so we're gonna head south. Again, the next airport we're flying to is Airport Identifier Mike Yankee Alpha Sierra. And I don't have it on my GPS, but I kind of have a good idea where it's at. How high are we? Yeah, that's good. Let's get autopilot back, doing the work for us. Get heading mode on, autopilot on. There we go. Sweet. But yeah, as I said, I am considering doing some helicopter stuff next week. I haven't done helicopters in a while on the channel. And unless nothing else comes up between now and then, I'm considering doing some helicopter operations next week. Not sure where yet, maybe some Yellowstone. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably do Yellowstone though, for sure, at least. Maybe do some MH60 action. I've been wanting to fly the 086A. Yeah, we're going the right way. I'm not sure what other helicopter I want to fly. I know a DCS heli mission. You know what? Maybe you'll do that. Maybe I'll do some heli stuff in Microsoft, and maybe we'll end the week with heli stuff in DCS, and we'll finally transition back to DCS. Maybe that's the way we finally get back into DCS. We'll see. Again, it's my schedules are all very my schedule is ever changing. I guess you could say. One day I'm doing this. Like for example, yesterday I was gonna do this flight yesterday, but then the King Air came out, and I was like, oh, the King Air. I love King Airs, so I bought the King Air. I also just the day just didn't completely go as planned, and I kind of got here late, so I wasn't able to stream anyways. But last minute I changed to do the King Air, and then even more last minute I canceled the stream. You know what I mean? So it's hard to say sometimes. I wanted to do 3 streams this week, but it did not work out that way. What's up, Aaron Gutierrez? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. We are flying Microsoft Flight Sim 24. Since you're new around here, this is the Beechcraft Baron 58 by Black Square. I absolutely love this plane. I've been saying at the beginning of the stream that I've probably 10 plus flights in this aircraft in the last 2 weeks, which is a lot for me. And we're flying in the Bahamas today, doing some island hopping. It's been a long time since we've done island hopping. I want to say, I think the last time I did it was when Microsoft 24 first came out. I think that's the last time I actually flew into the Bahamas.
Since there aren't any major landmarks nearby, let's talk about the settlement of Crossing Rocks. Crossing Rocks is one of the southernmost communities on Great Abaco Island. It got its name from the rocky shoreline that early settlers had to cross to reach the area. Imagine trying to haul supplies over those boulders. The settlement was established in the early 1900s, mainly by families seeking new fishing and farming grounds. Today it's a quiet spot, but it's known for its stunning views of the Atlantic and its resilience after hurricanes.
Yeah, Aaron, I mean, the view today is peak, man. We're heading to Sandy Point. I think I might have said that. I can't remember. Sorry. I just saw your comment. Wait, what was that? Oh, does it know X-plane stats? The tour guide. I don't know if they know anything about the plane. I could ask. Let's see. Hey, what do you know about the plane we're flying? She probably doesn't know.
I'm here to share facts about the area we're flying over, but I don't have details about our specific plane model. If you have questions about the landscape or landmarks below, I'm your go-to guide.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I do have a co-pilot. Let me just ask her. Crew Rest, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Doing some Bahamas island hopping today in the Beechcraft Baron. Yes, sir. Can you give me any information about the Baron 58?
The Baron 58 is a twin-engine light aircraft known for its speed and range. It's popular for its reliability and performance.
What is the Baron 58's closest competitor?
The closest competitor to the Baron 58 is the Piper Seneca. Both are twin-engine light aircraft with similar performance and capabilities.
Okay, she knows some stuff. She knows some stuff. Are we going the right way? Did I pass it? Oh right, I forgot. We don't have it on the. It's not on the GPS. So, where is Sandy Point? I think it's on my right. Yeah, I think it's on my right. Let me see. Yeah. So we're here. We here. Uh-oh, baby's awake. Hopefully he lays back down. Lay down, buddy. Alright, Sandy Point is on our right. Yep, okay, wow, it's right freaking there. It's right there. Can't miss that airfield. Alright, bring the power back. We'll enter into the pattern on the left side.
28. Caution! Caution!
What's this place called? Sandy Point? Sandy Point traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo. Inbound from the east. We're entering a left downwind for eastern landing. Sandy Point traffic. Oh yeah, plenty of runway there. We'll do a full stop at Sandy Point and we'll find out where we're heading next. We can get that plugged into the GPS. Yeah, I got you. I'm about to land now, PG.
500.
I almost missed it. I wasn't paying attention. Almost missed it. Man, why am I having to pull back so much? Is my autopilot on? No. It retrimmed me. That's what happened. It retrimmed me. All right, after our last challenging landing, this one should be a piece of cake, right? I'm on the West Coast server. But I mean, you might be able to see me on the East Coast. I don't know. Man, look at that water. Keep that altitude up, please. Gears coming down. A little bit of rudder. Power. Way too low. Way too low.
Approaching runway 10.
Sandy Point traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo. Short final 10. Sandy Point. 5 left down, gear down. Yep. Shallow approach. Plenty of runway, so don't rush it. Watch the trees. There we come. Whoa! Go around. We got an updraft or something from that tree line. That was crazy.
Since there aren't any major landmarks,
Sandy Point traffic. Bearing 16 Bravo going around. Left traffic.
Settlements on Great Abaco Island, dating back to the late 1700s. It was originally established by loyalists fleeing the American Revolution, and you can still see traces of their influence in the local architecture. The area is famous for its long, sweeping beaches and the annual Homecoming Festival, which draws people from all over the Bahamas. And here's something. The waters off Sandy Point are known for their bone fishing. Anglers come from all over the world to try their luck here.
Yeah, there's no way. We were gonna crash if I had tried the landing. There's no way I was gonna make that. Alright. If you're just joining us, usually I used track IR for my head tracking, especially when doing flights like this. But we had a crash to desktop earlier in the flight, and ever since I restart the sim, track IR has failed me. So I would have to restart the sim again to get track IR to actually reset and potentially work. But I didn't want to restart the sim again. So I have to use the mouse. I hate it, but that's what we gotta do. I'm gonna try approaching at a nice higher angle this time. We were way too low last time. So I think if we're higher, we may not get hit as hard by
Leonard
that
M. Thompson traffic, FTO 90183 taxi,
turbulence
runway
over
9er,
the trees.
Leonard M. Thompson.
Check out that boat down there. One of the features they added, I think a few months ago, that I love with, say, intentions, they added the VFR AI traffic, as well as even on uncontrolled fields, you'll still get a little bit of AI traffic, and you'll get people talking on Unicom, AI traffic talking on Unicom. It's pretty cool. Makes the smaller airports feel a bit more alive. Have I used a thing that's like TrackIR, but it uses a webcam? You might be talking about Beam Eye Tracker. There's a few of them. I know one of them is Beam Eye Tracker. There's a free one, I think, called just Open Track or something like that. I've tried Open Track. I've not tried a Beam Eye Tracker. Let's keep that altitude up here. All right, flaps are down. Gear is down. Take 2, Sandpoint traffic.
500.
What's this? Bravo, short, final runway 10. Definitely. How close is it to TrackIR? TrackIR is better. I think it's more precise, but it's still good. It's a good option, a good alternative. Alright, a bit higher on the glide slope this time. Let's come over to the beach. Let's see if we get hit by that. Yep, we still got hit by it again, but I'm gonna save it. I got it. I got it. Wow, that's crazy. Twice. Oh, butter. Hold that nose up. That was my keyboard. I hope it's okay. I'll get it in a second. I'll get it in a second. Ooh, is that a GA Airvan? What is that right there? That is an Airvan. Who's flying the Airvan? Alright, y'all wanna take a quick break? While I get my keyboard.
Runway 29.
And we get our flight plan for our next stop. Won't be long. I'm just gonna reach down and grab my keyboard. I think it hit me too. Yeah. All right, all the keys are there. Okay, yep, all the keys are still on the keyboard. That's good. Always a good sign. I can reset my view. One thing we have not done in this entire flight so far was actually get out. Well, actually, that's not true. We did get out a little bit earlier at the last airport. Oh, this is 2 planes. This is a Cessna 172 and an Airvan making a baby. I wonder what that turns into. A Kodiak? A Caravan? Probably a Caravan. If you put a G8 Airvan and a Cessna 172 together, you probably get a Caravan. Oh, hello, people. What's going on? Oh, this Cirrus right here is proper dirty. Ain't got no prop on it. That's a, must be a jet. That's like a jet Cirrus or something. Yeah, both the Cirruses have no prop propeller. That's weird. right, Captain Rick, thank you, man, for flying with me, bro. Appreciate you. Check the server. I got you. Let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure we're on the west. Oops, I don't know what that does. Wait, I think it's here, isn't it? Is it there? No? Is it here? Oh. Online. Oh, I'm on the east. My bad. I'm on the east server. All right, so we've gone a pretty good long way. We made some good time. It's been fun. I say we make one more hop. Let me look at let me see what airports we have left on my flight. Is that a helicopter? I hear a helicopter. I thought I heard a helicopter. So we're at MYAS. Our next stop was gonna be MYEH, which is a pretty cool airport too. North Eleuthera. Oh, look at that. A caravan on skis. Arthur's Town. I don't remember much about that one. Let's go to the next one. How about this? All right, chat, help me out. Where do you guys want to go next? We could either go to North Eleuthera, which is a pretty cool small airport like this. Might be smaller. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Because the next stop is gonna be our last stop. That's why I want you guys to help me decide. We can either go there, about 50 miles, or just about the same distance. We have Nassau, Bahamas itself, which is like the capital of the Bahamas. What would you guys be more interested in flying to? Especially you guys who are actually flying with me. Where do you guys? Do you not care? 'Cause I don't care, honestly. They're both about the same distance. I think they'll both be equally as fun to fly to. So, what do you think? Which one should we head to? Coast Guard incoming. Looks like you're landing in a C-130. It does actually. If you join back in, you'll be in a helo. Sounds good. I love it. Sounds good, man. Right now, Ron, we are at Mike Yankee Alpha Sierra MYAS.
Leonard M. Thompson.
Basically North Eleuthera or MYN. Let me look at the map. Hold on. I think the more interesting option would be not Nassau. Personally. North Eleuthera is a lot like this one. Like, I want to land somewhere like, I want to land somewhere like the first place we went to. That was a lot of fun. Like, I want a small, like, slightly challenging airport to land at. I did hear your heli, Texas, couple. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I'll take a look at my options here. North Eleuthera is there. Spanish Wells. That's what they call it. What's Arthurstown look like? Ooh, we might go there. That's a little bit tinier. No, let's go there. Let's go to Arthurstown. It's a little farther. There's Governor Harbor. Let me check Governor Harbor. Cause that was basically where we're gonna. That might be too far. You know, I don't think I want to go that far. It's like 100 miles from here. Yeah, we're not gonna go that far. We're not gonna go that far. You know, let's just go to North Eleuthera. Check it out. It's probably cool. MYEH. Mike Yankee Echo Hotel, and we'll camp out there. We'll spend the night there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fire approach. Yeah, I want to go there. All right, bet. Let's get it fired up. Let's go. Battery on. Come on. Oh. I want to start this time. Don't do this to me now. Don't make me stranded on an island. I'm not trying to be stranded on no island. Can you imagine, bro? Come on. Did I flood it? Let's try the other engine. How about it flood it? Ooh, is that a Kodiak? That is a Kodiak. I want to turn it off. There she is. She's up. Oh, the right engine's up. No. Keep it up. Go. Okay. I know. Get rid of beans. For some reason, my left engine was struggling to start. We'll see if we can try it again, but the right one came right on. Yeah, it's last flight, guys. It's the grand finale. Grand finale. MYEH. Alright, let's try to start the engine again. Whoa! Wait, is it on? Oh, it's on. I thought my both engines on. Okay, cool. We're good. Avionics on. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to Mike Yankee Echo Hotel. Everybody, Mike
Toss. System test okay.
Echo Hotel. That's where we're going. Alright. Without further ado, land lights on. We got fuel. We got
Leonard
people.
M. Thompson, traffic, Bahamas 33904,
Let's go.
taxiing to runway 9er. Leonard M. Thompson.
Brakes on. I'm a back taxi here, guys. You can follow me if you want. You got a Ryan to come through, bro? Load it up. Load up the sim. Load up the sim. Wait, don't I have a camera for? I'm gonna record so we can get our replay for our final landing today. right, from where we are, it should be about a heading of 138-ish for 50 miles. Shouldn't take long at all. All right, we'll flip it around. Should be pretty easy takeoff, assuming we don't get any nasty turbulence on departure. GPS is set. Altitude we'll do about 5,000 since we're going a little farther. We'll wait for the. Ooh, look at that TBM. That's sick. Nice looking Kodiak. Ooh, I see you. All right, let's go. Airspeed is alive. Knots. Oh, traffic. We'll use the right side of the runway. That's all good. And we're getting nice and lights. We up, chat. We up. Positive right gear up. And on
terrain
course.
ahead. Pull up.
Get a slight turn to the right. And we out of there, baby. Oh, I love the flyby camera. Oh, it's so sick. Shout out to Chase plane. Right, who needs a full runway? Who needs it? Alright, let's get our heading synced. And for our last flight, I definitely want to enjoy the view in the Bahamas. I don't know when I will be back here again. I tend to only come here every few years. Keeps it special. Who knows? I might be back sooner than that. I don't know. Flaps are coming up. Oh man, it's so gorgeous out here. Alright, we'll go arm for 5,500 feet. We'll set the climb out to 500 as we've been doing all flights. Engage that. Heading mode. Autopilot. Matter of fact, we'll do nav mode. There we go. Alright, get our cowl flaps closed. We learned that today. Land lights coming off. Other than that, how's it feeling? It's a little hot right now in the cabin, so I know that because of this little gauge telling me my cabin temperature. So we're at 80 degrees. It's actually coming down a little bit, but I can control that with my air conditioning right here. When I pop that open, we'll see the AC vent open up here slowly. That's gonna give us some air in the cabin. And we can turn the blower to low, so a little air. And we can also put our pilot air, pull that open to get a little bit more air. Not too much because it's gonna get cold. So that looks good. Flyby. Alright, have a good night, man. Love every day. See ya. Thanks for stopping through. That Kodiak is definitely faster than us. So we're gonna leave this island. Check this island right here, which I think is called the. You know what? Let's just ask her. What is the name of this island we're flying over right now?
We're flying over Great Abaco Island right now.
Thank you. This tour feature I'm starting to like. I didn't really think much about it before. I was like, it's whatever. I just want the ATC. I just want the cabin crew. I just want the co-pilot feature. But this tour feature is pretty dope. I'm liking it. Ron says, when y'all wake up, I'll be there. What's the problem? Are you like loading into the sim forever? David Bukachi, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, man. Happy Friday to you. We're just out here having some VFR island hopping fun in the Bahamas. Oh, you're in a 172. Or did you leave from Key West or something? Like, where are you flying from? Yeah, it might be a while in the 172. What's it? It's a 50-mile flight. It's probably like a half hour. or something. I don't know. Maybe less than that. Hey, you know what though? You're getting to enjoy the scenery nice and slow. You're not gonna miss a thing. You're not gonna miss a thing. So next stop, we're going to Harbor Island, also known as the Spanish Wells, and North Eleuthera Airport. If you guys don't know where we are, we're just... Matter of fact, let me show you on the map here. So if I zoom out on our little map guy... You know what? Let me change the topo. Alright, so if I zoom out... Nope, not that button. This button. There we go. So, this right here, this little circle, that is Nassau, Bahamas. You know, the very popular place everybody flies to when they come here. We took off out of Palm Beach, which is over here in Florida, and we headed eastbound into this area here. We flew around there to up here. We headed south. Can I zoom in on this view? I can. Yes, we headed south through here. And so we got to where we are now. And now we're headed to MYCA Yankee Echo Hotel. So yeah, that's where we are. And it's showing we're 36 miles and 12 minutes from our destination at our current speed at 170 knots across the ground. And we're about 4,000 feet high right now and climbing. My current heading is 130. Wait, the MH60 is keeping up? Hold on, let me see this. Is that you down there on the water? I think that must be you down there. Wait, who's that? Your dog just turned off your PC? How? Actually, I know exactly how that happens. I'm guessing he tripped over one of the wires and unplugged it. It looks like you're a submarine, actually, chasing us. Or a speedboat. Well, I see somebody else back there. In the caravan with the floats. You know what? Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? That's a Kodiak with low LOD. That's one thing I wanted to try, and I almost did it today. I wanted to try... Uh-oh. Oh, tell me we're not crashing. Oh, no, we're just... It's just the water. It makes it look like we're not moving. One thing I've been wanting to try is either the Kodiak or the Caravan on floats. I have not flown a float plane. Maybe ever. And I want to try it. T Money, you're also at 172. Nice. Are you the same person that's on TikTok, or are you a different person?
Since there aren't any major landmarks nearby, let's talk about Moores Island. Moores Island is a small, narrow island just off the coast of Great Abaco. It's about 7 miles long and less than a mile wide, so you could almost skip a stone from one side to the other, if you have a really good arm. The island was settled in the late 1800s by families looking for new fishing grounds, and to this day, fishing is still a way of life here. Moores Island is known for its close-knit community and the annual regatta, where locals race traditional Bahamian sloops.
You know, the one thing I don't like about Black Square is they don't put pilot models in their aircraft. Is that a setting I need to turn on? Looks like we are level at 5,500. I am doing 170 indicated and climbing, and about 185 knots ground speed. That's what my current speed is. It's getting a little cold in here. I want to see, is that an option that I can turn on, like the pilot? It just looks weird seeing a plane with nobody in it flying. Batten monitor, force toggle winglets. Wait, there's winglets? Windshield hot plates. What is that? Oh, that's that thing. Oh, is that what that is? That's like a window defroster thing? I always wonder what that was. Load covers and deploy cloud strobe effect. Yes, I don't see an option for turning pilots on or anything like that. This is so cool. I love this engine visualizer. You can see the exhaust gases going out. You can see the ambient air coming in. You can see our fuel tanks, our right, our left mag. Those 6 rectangles are our pistons, which right now it doesn't look like they're animated, and technically they're probably not, but they are. Look, I noticed like the right side is actually, is that considered to be cooler? Like it's more orange on the right side than it is on the left side. The left side is hotter, maybe. I wonder why. Huh, that's interesting. Look at this. If I look at my right engine, all of my engines are red. Well, here's the thing too. I am technically cooking my engines right now. Look at that. My RPMs are in the red. My manifold pressure is okay. My fuel flow is okay. Everything is really okay. And we could actually lean. Let's see what happens if I lean the prop here, or the mixture. I don't really see much happening in the visualization, but technically the blue, this blue here, this is the fuel pump. I pull back. Yeah, it's not really changing too much. Let me see, is it? I think it kind of is. It's really hard to see. But if I start leaning the mixture, the little blue dot animation we have here does slightly slow down because you're feeding the engine a little less fuel. I pull it back, get about 10 gallons an hour on the fuel flow. But yeah, notice how all of these pistons are kind of red. And on the left engine, the left ones are red, but the right ones are orange. I wonder if why that is. What if I add passenger weight? So there's already 230 pounds in that seat, so there's a person there, that's for sure. Let's see if we pull the engines back out of the red RPM, if it makes a difference on that left or right engine. Let's try the right engine. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna pull the prop back out of the red on the RPM. I mean, I guess it's hot. Not doing anything right now. The RPMs. Oh, you know what? Probably got to do the actual prop to adjust that. So bring the prop back by 25, which is what we should really do anyways. It's not really making a difference on this so far. So I don't know. We're almost there though. 13 miles out. It's time to start descending. Let's get down to 1500 again. And we'll find a runway to land on.
Since there aren't any major landmarks nearby, let's talk about the settlement of Lower Bogue. Lower Bogue is one of the oldest settlements on Eleuthera, dating back to the late 1700s. It was named after the Scottish word for inlet or bay, and early settlers were drawn here by the fertile land and easy access to the sea. The community has a laid-back feel, and you can still see some old Loyalist-era buildings if you look closely.
You said we flew here back when 2020 first released. We were all in TBMs. That does sound like something we would have done. I thought we did it again when 2024 came out, and I swear I remember flying a King Air or something. Alright, so if you look at the map, we can see the airport is not at the very beginning of the island, but kind of like a little bit inland a little bit. So, so far we've been landing kind of right to left or towards the east, mostly. I would assume, because we're not that far south, that the winds are probably in favor of the same way. So we'll plan on doing the same thing. I can see the runway. I kind of want to land the other way though, because the other way I feel will be more interesting to land. You got this big old bay you fly over. I might purposely fly in against the wind on this one, just for the sake of a nicer approach. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. All right, let's bring our mixture back up for landing, and we will fly it the rest of the way. Ale, sorry, I just saw your comment. This is the Baron 58 by Black Square on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. All right, landing lights on. North Luther traffic, Baron 16 Bravo, inbound from the north, planning on landing west. We'll enter in from a right traffic. That is a plan. All right, get this off our screen for a bit. Disengage the autopilot. My controls. Take the scenic route. I just love how all this stuff over here looks. Like this whole bay area looks so cool. I want to fly over that on my approach, even if it means landing with a tailwind. Hey, what's the name of this like bay area we're flying over right now?
We're flying over the area known as the North Eleuthera Sound, which is the stretch of water between Eleuthera Island and the smaller cays to the north and west.
Okay, I like her. She knows a lot of things. Keith, you're in the Kodiak behind me? Nice, man. Thanks for joining. Seriously, thank you. If you use a default Microsoft iPad, or does it have a wait there? Oh, I see what you're saying. I haven't looked at that. That's a good idea, though. What's up, Fred? What's that voice? That voice is Say Intentions. That's one of the features that a lot of people don't know about with Say Intentions, called the Tour Guide. Alright, we're gonna right downwind right now. Ricky, this is the piston version of the Baron. I think Black Square did give us, I believe they did give us a turbo one. I think they did. This is the only one I fly though, personally. What's up, Odd Moves for the shakes? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I believe I am landing west. True blue. Let me just make sure. Yeah, landing west. Look at that view, man. All right, guys. One more time. Final landing of the night. This has been really fun. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to everybody who's come out and support the stream, support the channel, everyone who's watched along or flew along. I love you all equally. Let's get the sound turned up for this final landing and enjoy this one. Back here in the Bahamas for the first time in a long time, and a new love of mine is plane, the Black Square Baron. Let's get it. All right, gears coming down. around. Let's make this last landing count.
Approaching runway 25. Caution, caution.
Flaps down. Alright, we got a really bad, I don't know, some kind of turbulence hit us as we went over the trees last time. So we'll see, we'll kind of expect it. Hopefully we don't get it, but we will expect it.
500.
Got a hill too, actually. That might be making it even worse. Let's see if we get any turbulence right here. Runway 25. That's alright. Oh, yep, got a little bit. Fly through it, fly through it. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh boy. Alright, we'll do a low pass. We're not landing. Not landing, we're doing a low pass. Right here it feels fine. Yeah, windsock is definitely pushing the other way, so. Yep, Ricky, the recorder's on. You're up. Yeah, in all honesty, we should be landing the other way, but for the cinematics. What's up, Brian? Welcome aboard. This is the Baron 58 from Black Square. We can overcome that little turbulence we got from the trees. I think we'll be okay, but it keeps kicking our butt. We talked about this in the last stream about updrafts and downdrafts in the mountains. Well, oh, there's a helicopter.
Since there aren't any major landmarks nearby, let's talk about the settlement of Upper Bogue. Upper Bogue is a small community on Eleuthera, and its name comes from the Scottish word for inlet or bay. Settled by loyalists in the late 1700s, the area became known for its agriculture, especially pineapples. Yes, Eleuthera pineapples were once world famous. The settlement is also close to some of the island's most beautiful beaches. So from up here, you might spot the sparkling coastline that has drawn visitors for centuries. Upper Bogue is a quiet place now, but it played a big part in the early days of Eleuthera's development.
What do I think of X-Plane 11? Throw it away. I play X-Plane 12 now. Oh yeah, butter definitely incoming, Joe. Butter is definitely incoming, bro. Watch me. If we can get over this turbulence stuff. But yeah, we were talking about a couple days ago about how updrafts and downdrafts work in the mountains, and the same is in effect even in places like this where you just have trees. The wind's going over the trees, the canopy of the trees, and when you come over, like you go from flat to trees, you can get really nasty drafts from that sometimes. All right, we'll turn left base to final. Drop that gear one more time. Let's try it again. Wish me luck. We got other traffic flying in as well. We got some, speaking of traffic, we got marine traffic as well down there. A few boats, sailboats, yachts.